Okay. Ay, shit, mali. Ano na-click ko? Ayan. Ito na ako. Alright. Ano to na-open ko? Sa PC. Teka, baka mag-lag. Okay, so nandito na ako sa part na to. Asan ba to? Ayan, pinapapunta tayo doon sa Swordfish 2 na tayo na rank. Kung ano man yun. Hindi ko alam, pero nandito na tayo. Explore lang ako ng konti dito sa ano, dito sa shrine na to. Pero, yun nga, wala pa ako nagagawa masyado doon sa quest. Kaya kunin natin yung chest, sayang. Ayun o.
Stabilize.
Shine down. Crush.
Ito na. Yung isa. Hulog, ayun. Ayan.
At least good luck doesn't discriminate by clan. Time to scout.
Sayang yung mga chest. Sobrang nagpinipika ako ngayon lahat ng sources ng gems ko para doon sa weapon ni Raiden Shogun. Hindi ko lang alam kung aabot pa ako eh. Ito ano gagawin dito. 7 electroparticles. Ganda dito, grabe. Ganda dito na sa iba. Kasi iba. Ay, gago. Yon. Gems din yan. Sayang yan.
But a momentary distraction.
Ang daming bagong quest. Sorry ka. Kamusta dyan, Lola? May gems ba nabigay ito? Kung walang gems to, hindi ko na muna gagawin to. Water source. Ano kaya water source tinutukoy na ito? Ang daming water source dito eh. Tulog pa yung mga tao ah. Siesta time. Pero tsaka na to. Ano ba reward na ito? Uy, gems din. Sayang. Mamaya. Tuloy natin yung story. Para ma-unlock ko na sa senyora. Daming quest. Yung pa, dalawa oh.
Ah, you must be the new captain of Swordfish 2. Her Excellency briefed us in advance. Your reputation precedes you, and the appointment letter is all in order. But I still have my doubts.
About what?
I'll be straight with you. I want to know whether you have what it takes to lead us.
You mean, like, a duel?
Normally, a duel would be the quickest way to settle the question. But this time, we've got a better way. We're stationed here because of all the Ronin causing trouble in these parts. If you can get rid of them for us, we'll take that as a
Sus,
measure
yan
of
lang
your
pala eh.
strength.
Yan lang pala eh. Wasak kay Raiden yan.
Right.
Clear out the nearby monsters. Ito ba? Grabe ko, mga monsters naman.
Let's get down to business.
There is no escape. Beg for mercy.
Mga monsters naman sila. Hindi naman monsters to tao dito.
Crush.
To the very...
Hey Dean, kamusta?
Seems like allow me to
Salamat
introduce
sa
myself. I
pagtambay.
now formally cede the position of captain.
There are two hard-hit areas. That said, the ones over there are tougher. And
You got that right. Watatsumi Island is busy fighting the Shogun's army on the front line. We can't let these guys mess up things at the rear.
Uy, achievement. Gems din yan. Kunin natin muna tong quest. Hello, question mark. Kuntira. Umibozu. Parang tunog pagkain yun ah. Parang siyang whale, no? Na lonely. Thunder Sakura Flowers, meron pa yata ako niyan ah. Sakura Blossom ba yun? Ay, Sakura Blooms, ayan. Meron ako niyan, pre, para sa'yo. Teka naman. Kunin natin yung may chest ako nakita dun eh. Sayang din yan. Every chest counts. Lalo na ngayon nagpipiga ako ng weapon, ay para sa
Beg
weapon.
for mercy. Crush. Let's light it up. Shudder.
Shut up. Patay na bago pa mawala yung shield. Ito pa isang chest, oh. Ay, hindi pala chest yun. So, ano yan? Quest na. Ito na. Same quest, nag-grind din ako hoping para sa C2 ni Raiden. Ayan, di ba? Ang ano eh, naubos kasi yung gems ko sa ano, sa pools. Ewan ko, nakita nandun ka nun sa stream last time. Ayun na nasimot.
More speed.
Well, hindi nasimot sa stream, pero off-stream nasimot dahil gusto ko talaga yung
That's
weapon.
not even off. Whichever captain you
And
attack,
yun nga,
if
hanggat
the
hindi
Ronin
nawawala
and
yung
the other
banner
two
ni Raiden
captains will
Shogun,
cause issues.
magtatry ako na magtatry
But
sa
Captain,
weapon.
if we spread our troops too thin,
Yep, the Traveler eats amateurs like these for breakfast.
all right then.
Ganda kasi ng weapon niya eh,
We'll
tsaka
deal
ang
with them
hassle
all in
i-build
one
nung
go,
ano,
and
the
rendezvous
patch.
with you on completion.
Although nangisda na ako ngayon, inupos ko na lahat ng sa spots. Oh, monsters ulit.
Stabilize. Let's get down to business.
Shine down. Crush.
Mahina pa yung Shogun ko eh.
Break for mercy.
Wala pa kasing matinong weapon. Bonus lance lang yung gamit ko ngayon.
Get the ferry. Let me try.
Let's light it up. Teamwork is
Ayan.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Ay, 80k. Naka-Bennett shield, naka-Bennett buff na yun.
Illusion shattered.
Pero hindi max resolve yun.
Shut
Hoy,
up.
labas mo si Yula.
More speed. Yeah.
Woo! Yan, guys.
That should be the last of them. You didn't get hurt, did you?
Of course not.
Cool. Paimon wonders how everything is going with Kotoku and Yoshihisa.
Kutsoku and
Should we go
Yoshihisa.
over and check on them?
Captain.
Captain, the other two camps have been cleared. The entire rearguard of Watatsumi Island is now secure.
Mahaba ba tong Archon quest na to?
We solved the Ronin problem and got everyone to look after us, too. But
Balita ko may kilan daw to eh.
let's go back and check with Kokumi.
Finally, we got it done. These Ronin have been bugging me for ages, but Kotoku wouldn't let us at him until now.
What? No way could you have taken them down without the new captain here. I was putting the safety of the team first. Got it?
Okay pa sila.
Oh, come on. You were just being a coward.
Hey, cut the attitude! These guys, honestly. Forget them. Let's go.
In-invade na ni Shogun yung ano, yung base nyo, ito na. Yari ko yung kay Shogun. So, dito na ako, ano. Joke lang. Joke lang.
How was it? Did your initiation
Sakto lang
go
guys, naka-goosebumps yung ibang scene. Talaga? Medyo na-spoil na ako eh.
I'm sure
Medyo
you
na-spoil na ako
played
sa
down a
mga
little.
nangyayari eh.
Kotoku and the others put you through your paces, I presume. But with your level of ability, I'm sure it was
Pero
a walk
konti
in the
lang.
park. Since you're back, I take it that the Ronin are now gone from Watatsumi Island?
You bet. We sure showed them who's boss.
Good. Now we just need to make sure Okubo keeps a close watch to prevent their resurgence. Thank you. I believe in rewarding merit, so you
Primo
will be
Gems?
compensated for your hard work. Let me see. I gave him an assignment. He's taking part in a surprise attack against the Shogun's navy. He expressed a desire to be on the front line.
Ayoko
so I
ng
honored
promotion,
his
gusto ko
wishes.
Primo Gems.
Now, speaking of
A special.
yes. In between Watatsumi Island and Tarasuna, there are some ruins relating to a god who fell in the Archon War. There are several small islands there, often used as a transit point when transporting supplies.
Watch ko na lang stream next time pag na-clear mo na. Okay, clear mo na.
Supplies stored there have started to go missing for no obvious reason. Strangers.
Lakas mo magpa-spoil sa
The
Discord.
Resistance army passed
Di mo
by
pa
and
na nakiklear?
reported they found no signs of danger. It's not urgent, so there is no need to leave immediately. I suggest you take a few days to familiarize yourselves with the army, and also with Watatsumi Island. When Teppei returns, you can catch up with him. Then pick a day when the weather's good to set sail for the islands.
Is Teppei really gonna be okay? He has a tendency to dive into action without thinking things through. Oh, Paimon can't help but feel a little worried about him. Oh, why don't we go wait for him at the training ground?
Okay, training grounds daw. Training grounds daw tayo. As if kailangan pa ng training ni Traveler.
Long time no see. So, how's Swordfish 2 treating you? Getting along okay with everyone? Well, you're in luck, because this season veterans got a few leadership tips for you.
Aba,
Raising their pay will boost morale, while giving them a few bounties will act as an incentive to go the extra mile. It's also important to maintain strict discipline at all times, and finally... wait. What was it? What was it?
Wow! Where'd you learn all that, Tepe?
I read it in a novel from the I Publishing House. It was a long time ago. You wouldn't believe how many doggo it took to convince my friend to let me borrow it.
You're seriously gonna use a novel to tell people how to run an army? Pretty sure that's called being an armchair general.
Ha! That's where you underestimate me. That's right. I'm learning military management on the job now. Just like you. You'd better believe it. Thanks to my outstanding achievements in the recent naval battle,
Aba,
I've
na-promote na rin si
officially been made
Gago.
the captain of my very own Special Operations Unit. It's a brand new unit, Herring 1. What do you think? Pretty awesome, right? I spoke to Her Excellency, and she says our uniforms are in production. Let's go collect them together once they're ready. I can't wait to put them on. Everything's going great. Our mystery sponsor supplies have really helped turn things around.
Will Paimon get a uniform too?
Of
Bakit di ba
course,
mo
you're a
nakakainis?
recognized member of the Watatsumi Island Resistance.
Captain, a new assignment has come in.
Thank you, soldier. I'll be there on the double. You'd better watch out, partner. At the rate I'm going,
Ha! In your dreams, mister!
I wouldn't be so confident if I were you.
Ano na pa-budget nila sa uniform kaysa sa pagkain? Oo nga, no? Hindi na bagit sa pagkain, sa supplies.
Let's take a break, then go check out this Archon. What?
May gems yun? Wala. Makakapag-pull ba tayo isa? Hindi pa. Saan yun? Ito! Diyos ko dito na naman. Napaka-hassle dito eh. Oh, sayang to. Tatamaan ba si Shogun ng kidlat?
This should be the place. But Sandanomio is right. Doesn't look like anything suspicious is going on. Could they be hiding? Let's see what we can find.
Pag tinamaan si Shogun ng kidlat, matatawa ako.
These electro monuments look a little suspicious.
Ay, may sequence ba dapat to? Baka kailangan mabilisan. Hindi pwede si Shogun, kailangan si Fischl. Sige, alis ka muna, Benny Boy.
In the name of the Prinzessin.
Namiss ko si Fischl ah. Ay,
Yikes!
yun.
A huge fire drill! Was it drawn out by the electro energy?
Yun lang, nawala si Bennett.
Shudder. Beg for mercy.
Stabilize.
Glad that's over. As monsters go, that one was pretty tough. But what's such a huge Thunderhelm Lodge? It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, the good thing is that it's over now. We should probably get going. Huh?
Nakakarating dito.
Wow. This is a surprise. I didn't know you were the ones investigating. I just got back from delivering some supplies to the front line. I figured I'd stop by and clear any threats in this area on the way back.
Are you alright there, buddy?
Check may COVID siya.
You're looking slightly the worse for
Oh, no.
wear.
I'm fine. It's nothing. I must have caught a cold a couple of days ago while I was out at sea. On my way past, I heard that someone had just arrived on the island to investigate, so I thought I'd come and take a look. If there'd been some real danger, I might have had the chance to be the hero. Shame it was just you guys. I guess I came here for nothing.
Pepe, don't you think there's something strange about this place?
Now that you mention it, there is something a little off about it. It could be that the Tatarigami is more palpable here, I guess. We're
Tatarigami.
not that far away from Orobashi's remains.
Orobashi?
A god. Look, there's the corpse over there.
Ah, it's a gigantic snake skeleton!
Tapos, as if naman ngayon mo lang nakita.
Terrifying!
Orobashi was the one who brought our ancestors from many
Nakailan
colonies
labas-pasok
to
na nga
the
tayo
surface.
dyan.
That's the origin of the Watatsumi Island you know today. Our ancestors regarded it as a guardian deity. But during the Archon War, Orobashi invaded Yashiori Island. The Raiden Shogun came out in person and slew Orobashi with the Muso no Hitotachi. That same slash also formed what later became known as Musojin Gorge.
The Raiden Shogun created Musojin Gorge in one slash? Wow!
Hindi naman ganun kalakas si
Pretty
Shogun ko.
incredible.
Yes, but the Archon
Sana
War
ganun
was
kalakas si Shogun
brutal.
ko.
And Yashiori Island was completely destroyed during that battle. They say the Shogun lost something very dear to her along the way, too. Since Orobashi's death, there has always been some animosity between Watatsumi Island and the Shogunate, but our different beliefs have nothing to do with why the resistance was formed. We only rose up to fight against the Vision Hunt Decree. When Orobashi attacked civilization, the Shogun stood up and put a stop to it. But now that the Shogun is stripping people of their ambitions with the Vision Hunt Decree, it's time for someone to stand up and stop the Shogun. All right, I'm heading back. I was just dealing with some of the Shogun's elite samurai, so I think I'm gonna take a quick breather, and it's on to my next assignment. You should report back to Sangonomiya as soon as possible. Don't stay here longer than...
Oo nga, halata nga.
Hey, don't worry about me. Peak condition.
Ito naman ang
He's
kidnap.
sure made some big progress if he's already dealing with Shogunate samurai. Paimon can hardly believe it. Let's report back to Kokomi.
Uwi na naman. Ano, pabalik-balik lang tayo. Parang hindi ko pa alam kung paano. Hindi ko pa ma-figure out sa isip ko. Hindi ko pa imagine kung paano ko connect dun sa kay La Señora and kay Scaramouche itong story. Ah, look. Yung isa pang skip na unit.
Kokomi, we're back!
Yan, si Goro. Goro pala yung
Goro's
pangalan.
here too.
Ang tanga, oh.
What happened? They look so serious.
Approximately how many people are exhibiting these symptoms?
Dalawang hero
Haven't
ni
had the
skip ko
chance to do a
nag-uusap.
count yet.
Joke.
Kokomi, Goro,
Pero most likely skip sila parehas.
what's going on?
Recently, some of our soldiers started showing symptoms of accelerated aging.
Ah, ito
I
na.
called them in for questioning and found out they'd privately acquired some secret weapons from our sponsor. Most of them are highly ambitious types, vehemently opposed to the Vision Hunt Decree. They've been using these new weapons secretly since getting a hold of them.
So that's why the war has been going unusually well. But risky secret weapons are not the answer. We must put a stop to it immediately. Goro, have you managed to acquire one of these weapons?
Oh, most of the officers refused to hand them over. Still, I did manage to get...
Do you know something about this?
So that means our secret sponsor is the Fatui?
But why would the Fatui do this? Forget that. There's no time. Right now, all soldiers who have shown symptoms are to be taken for treatment.
Ah, kaya pala si Tepe mukhang
Just hope we'll be
hindi ko
in
siya
time to
nakilala.
save
Kaya pala
them.
kasi parang silver yung buhok
Wait
niya.
a second. Speaking of soldiers, no! Let's go check up.
Nasaan siya? Kaya pala hindi ko siya nakilala. Akala ko siya yung isang kasama nila. Yung dalawang magkasamang nag-aaway kanina. Akala ko isa dun. Kasi puti yung buhok eh. Naging matanda si Tepe. Oo nga. Hindi ko na i-connect agad. Nasaan siya? Nasaan siya? Tepe! Manong, nasaan ka? Dito? No? No? Nasaan siya? Nakita mo ba si Tepe? Sa ilalim ba? Ayun.
Oh,
Ayan, patanda siya ng patanda. Ang bilis oh.
what are you doing here?
Tabi ng parang bahay ko. Ito na, ito na.
Oh, right, yeah. Fighting the Shogun's army at sea, taking on Shogunate samurai all by myself, rescuing my comrades from.
Sobrang bilis eh, no? Ilang araw
If
lang.
only I were stronger still. The stronger I am, the more I can do for the resistance. Wait a sec. They gave it to me and said that as long as I have the will to become stronger, his secret weapon will answer my call. It's just like a vision. It's illusion. Oh God. Doesn't sound
No shit.
very good. So, what's the difference between a delusion and a vision? Gosh.
Eh, ba't sila child hindi tumatanda?
I
Kasi
suppose
senyora.
it's not too surprising that a mysterious weapon of unknown origins would come. I've been getting more and more tired over the past few days, and I have this strange sense of dread. At first, I'd find I was a little more beat than usual after a battle. This is a real shame. Guess I didn't receive the. Hey, when our uniforms are ready,
Oo.
grab mine for me. Bring it
Ay,
back here,
bastos.
and we can change. What's that look for? Don't worry, partner. As soon as I've rested up, I'll be right as rain. Right as rain, I tell you. As soon as I've rested up.
Tepe,
Ginalit niya na naman si ano.
where are you going?
Si Lumin. Ginalit niya si Lumin.
Tepe's breathing is.
How's Tepe's condition? I have put out the order to seize all. The vast majority are showing some loss of vitality. Sadly, a few have been.
Your Excellency, I'm planning to establish a dedicated field hospital to monitor their condition. The soldiers are up in arms about the ban, though.
Okay, I'll leave you to deal with this whole fiasco. Is certain to. What are your thoughts? No, it's the Sakoku decree is still in force. So their delusions must be produced within Inazuma's borders. To organize an operation of this scale, they will have had to mobilize a huge amount of manpower and resources. They can't have done it without local support. If we want to stop them, we have to destroy the factory where the delusions
Kayang-kaya yan.
It's dangerous to go alone. At least take.
Your Excellency, given the urgency of the situation, we were hardly discreet when confiscating. If we spend any longer amassing our forces, they will get wind of our plans and make their escape.
Very true. I gave this some thought while you were confiscating the delusions. The side of the factory must be big and secluded, but close enough to a transport route to ensure the supply of raw. Not many places meet these criteria. And if we take the locations where our soldiers receive their delusions into account as well, I suspect the site is likely to be
Yashirori
close and not going to
Islands.
stop you. But please, we have lost too many courageous fighters already. I don't want to lose you
Huh? You mean to the delusion factory? Really? You aren't gonna think it over first?
Ginalit nila.
Fine.
Parang simula nung dumating sa, dumating tayo sa Inazuma, parang si Lumin. Para siyang seryoso. Para siyang bad trip. Hindi na tayo naman. Okay. Si Shogun mismo susugod. Naging bugnutin nakakatanggap ng commission. So nga. Parang bad trip siya lagi, di ba? Ang dali niya ma-trigger. Dapat dami ko pa din nagagawa dito. Yan o, hindi ko alam pa kung paano yan eh. Yan o, yung build na yan. Dami ko pa din nagagawa dito sa Inazuma. Dito ba? Ito. Pwede na yan. Physical naman tayo. Balik natin si Benny Boy. Si Bennett. Ayun.
I won't hold you back. Much.
Oh, shit.
Stabilize.
Dapat yata nagdala ako ng hydro. What's this? Dito kailangan 3. Okay, dito muna.
Stabilize.
So, is this what delusions are made from? So much crystal mineral. Where have we seen this? Wait a second. Are they getting this from Rito? So the Kanji Commission are...
There is no escape.
Yung pangalawa.
Resistance shine no longer.
Ano yun? Ay. Ba tayo makuha? Ayun.
More speed.
Yikes! It looks dangerous. We'd better watch our step or we might get hit.
Sayang yung chest. May mga namimiss ba akong chest? Parang wala pa naman, no? Oh, shit. Yun lang. Sayang, nawala yung mga burst nila. Bad trip.
Gather.
Ano natin yung last? Okay. Saan tayo next? Dito na.
Stabilize.
Intruder spotted! Do not let them impede the work of the Harbingers. You'll never get out of here alive!
Buti na, hindi kailangan ni Yulan masyado ng ultimate pag ganito lang.
Beg for mercy.
I think it looks like I went too far.
Gather.
Crush. There is no escape.
This idiot must have a death wish.
Meron pa.
Intimidated. Lord Harbinger will be here soon.
Shudder. Let's light
Nangyari?
up. Beg for mercy.
Naglag.
Crush.
Yun nga, dapat pala may dala ako hydro. Nasaan na yung ano?
Shudder.
This is getting intense.
I'm going in. Crush.
Ilang natin si Zhongling konti.
Stabilize.
Sherlick, magandang hapon pare. Kamusta?
Beg for mercy.
Salamat sa pagtambay.
You actually managed to find
Oh!
this place.
Ito na, lumitaw na si Gago.
Congratulations. Ha! Barely 2 words in, and you already look like you want me dead. Oh, so that's what this is about. I think you've got the wrong idea. I know how this looks, but I'm just here to follow orders. I'm obviously not the mastermind behind this. Aren't you supposed to be pretty tough? What are you waiting for? Go get them.
Nangingisda sa Genshin habang nanonood ng stream. Tama yan, tol. Nangisda na ako kanina eh. Doon sa video ko, may dalawa pala ako na miss na spots. Dalawa, tas may nahanap ako isa pa.
It's the way of the world.
May nahanap ako isa pa.
Human life is worthless.
So, yun, pwede ko ipakita sa inyo mamaya.
With or without a delusion. At least having one gives them a chance to fulfill their ambitions. Do you have any idea how useful the vision hunt decree is to us? It took a lot of work to make it happen. Obviously, it was in our best interests.
Maayos ba yung
Good
tunog
news
ng
is,
game?
our
Naririnig
hard
niyo ba yung
work is
game?
finally paying off. Generating conflict creates a big market for delusions.
Need mo ba yan? Sige, papakita ko
We
after
just
nito.
let the promise of power draw in the weak. For just a small price, they get the feeling of controlling the world, trading their life for supreme power. Pretty good deal, don't you think?
So,
Yes sir, maayos naman. Okay,
we
good.
started the
Good.
vision
Sa akin kasi para
decree.
mahina.
You've been behind it all along?
From the outside, Inazuma looks pretty impenetrable.
Aray ko.
But on the inside, it's a land of opportunity. With a little effort, we were able to break
Narinig
them
naman.
down
Ayos,
from
ayos,
within.
ayos.
Eternity stretches things out over a long time. But each moment within it becomes all the more fragile. Take your friend in the Resistance, for example. There's nothing you can do now.
Aw.
He's a lost cause. Just like a bubble on the water. Beautiful for
Magiging
a
malakas
moment,
kaya to si Scaramouche.
then total destruction.
Ewan ko ba kahit mahina Electro, parang gustong-gusto ko yung mga ano, Electro. Ang ganda lang ng kulay nila.
And the more incompetent they are,
Ng color
the
scheme.
more determined they are to fight it. It's such a farce. You have to see the funny side.
Hey, calm down! No!
That's it. Just like that. Embrace the anger. Embrace it! The wrath of the gods fills his factory, and it feeds on your anger.
What's happening? Get up!
Oo. Ganda din ang symbol niya. Diba? Yun yung gusto ko sa Electro. Kahit hindi sila ganun kalakas. Overall, yung in terms of pormahan, sila yung favorite ko.
Repeat after me.
Uy!
3, 2, 1, 1, 2.
Imagine mo, ganyan ang gising mo, no?
Oh, you recognize me right away. Your brain seems relatively unscathed. This is good news. It's just as well, really, with
Ooh,
the
the
amount of
legs,
effort
man.
it took me to get you back here. Honestly, it was like you were glued to the ground back
Ito
there.
sunod natin pag-iipunan once na matapos yung banner ni Shogun. Ipon na talaga for Yai Miko.
Miko?
Mukhang Electro din yan si Yai. Alam ko Electro talaga siya. And Catalyst user yata. Parang si Lisa.
Acting so differently from when we first met
Tapos
you.
DPS din yata.
Am I? Maybe it's because I had the other
Mga
Shogun
bali-balita.
maidens leave. Anyway,
Pero parang wala
I've
pang leak
always been
about sa
like
kanya.
this.
Yun lang ang
People
alam
show
so
you
far
whatever
na
side of
Catalyst
themselves they
user
want
siya
you
na
to see.
Electro.
I know this for a fact. Every side of me is the real me. People just like to define things in all sorts of arbitrary ways. This is a
Na all may
human
bal.
society. At the moment.
Guaranteed
anyway.
nga kasi ako, di ba?
And I'm just doing as I please.
Sana all may Primo Gems. Yun ang ano. Eh, wala na akong Primo Gems.
Paimon didn't quite follow.
Study humans a while longer, my little
May
friend.
mapa na agad yung
You'll see
Fontaine.
what I mean.
Yun na ba ang next? After ng Inazuma?
Right. Paimon was so focused on the Traveler that Paimon didn't notice what you did to get Scaramouche off our backs.
What if I told you it was a secret art from the Grand Narukami Shrine, and that I had the balladeer down on his knees, begging for mercy in an instant? Would you believe me?
Afternoon, babana. Babana, banana. Good afternoon. Dendro muna ata. Sumeru. Sumeru, hindi ba yun yung pyro?
Well, maybe you should be
Hindi ba?
worrying less
Hindi ko
about
alam eh.
that, and more about how exactly you're going to thank me, no? Maybe some of your neural circuitry is less intact than I thought.
So, huli yung twist kung paano niligtas ni Ice. Talaga, ipapakita. Buti
I
naman.
didn't mean you had to be so formal about it.
Wala nangyari sa ilong niya.
Actions, not your words. The delusions. They're still on your mind, aren't they? You needn't worry. The leader of Watatsumi Island took some troops to clear the place out. She's also issued a strict ban on the use of delusions across the whole army.
Angat ko na yung chat
With their stronghold
Yeah.
exposed, I doubt the balladeer is stubborn enough to try and retaliate
The
now on
balladeer.
his colleagues' behalf. It would be more trouble than it's worth. I must say, I would relish the opportunity to watch the Fatui getting a taste of their own medicine. Well,
Ganda din
anyway,
ito.
that's Songonomiya Kokomi. She really
Tumahype na
outdid
naman
herself
ako
this
dito.
time. I'd love to have another chat with her again in person. But alas, belief systems can be such a hindrance sometimes.
A hindrance? Should you really be saying that as the Gucci of the Grand Shrine?
Anyway, I'm only
Ay,
telling
buba
you
yain
this to
ko,
stop you
di ba?
worrying
Hello,
so
Shan.
that you can focus
Hello, Shan.
on something I need you to... You've met her, right?
Dapat sword user. Catalyst daw eh.
I'm not talking
Gusto ko nga
about
ano eh.
a puppet.
Shit, imagine kung
I
Claymore
meant
to, pare.
Her. You met her, yes? Yes, the true Raiden Shogun, who meditates endlessly in the plane of Euthymia to preserve her being. Her name is A.
Ito na yung sinasabi
The
nila.
one we met at the ceremony was just a puppet? And the real Raiden Shogun is the one that the Traveler met later? And does that mean that when the battlefield changed, so did the opponent?
Ganon. Oh. So, wait. Dalawang magkaibang Shogun. Iba yung nandun sa... Iba yung kumuha nung vision ni Toma. Iba yung nasa loob nung domain expansion. Tama? Oh. Kaya pala parang doon sa mga trailer ni Shogun, laging may pinapakita dalawa siya. No, actually, parang naano ko na yun eh. Parang naisip ko na yun, na parang bakit laging pag pinapakita si Shogun, laging may dalawang versions niya. So parang inisip ko, bipolar ba to? O may dual personality ba to? Parang gano'n. Maganda laban mo dyan, tignan mo mangyari. Sige. Pansin ko lang si Razor palang lalaking Electron na playable. Oo nga, no? Parang siya pa lang. Explain din ni Yaya after ng quest. Okay. Sinabayan pa napakagandang music. Mamaya yung laban mamaya. Sige. Buti na. Kasi hindi ko masyado marinig. Lalakas ako yung volume mamaya. May isa pa bale, 3. Tatlo. Okay, sige. Sige, ituloy na lang natin yung story. Huwag niyo ako i-spoil, Huwag niyo ako i-spoil. Although, medyo na-spoil na nga ako. Yung si A, yung A alam ko na. Pero hindi ko alam yung dalawang magkaibang version.
Because this
Kala ko
is the
parang yun
Raiden
lang talaga yung
Shogun's
tunay na pangalan
eternity.
niya.
Before pursuing the eternity of her nation, she had to reach eternity for herself.
Tsaka bakit kaya A?
Since the physical body
A.
would eventually turn to dust, she replaced hers with that of a puppet. And since the spirit is susceptible to erosion, she placed her consciousness inside her sword, where she remains in a meditative state, free from all disturbances.
So, that place that she carved open with her sword...
The plane of Euthymia. Essentially, the world inside her mind. A place that typically only allows her existence. She shuts herself off in her inner world, leaving all the affairs of the outside world to be dealt with by a puppet, who has a singular focus on the pursuit
A
of
for me.
eternity.
Oo nga. Kasi nga si Raiden
This
May
is the
sa...
approach
Okay,
I has
okay.
come up with for
Oo nga, ano?
realizing eternity.
Although hindi naman kasi ako masyadong super familiar sa yung mga si
Been a
Raiden
while
May,
since
kilala
I
ko yun sa
last saw
Honkai.
him. A surprising decision by Liyue's Archon. What a fascinating god he is.
It seems like the Raiden Shogun's...
So hindi totoo yung sinasabi nila na si Yae yung tunay na Electro Archon.
Or you could take the view that she's acting like a little child, throwing a temper tantrum and locking herself in her room. Don't you think?
Ang cute nga
The grand notion of eternity she once held has long since given way to the eternity of her own definition. And ultimately, her eternity is defined by fear. The fear of loss.
At saka yun ang sinasabi, yung pinagbabasihan nila ng theory na yun dati, di ba, is yun nga, yung mga statue, hindi kamukha ni Raiden. Pero, di ba, parang, pag dinignan mo yung likod, yung buhok, parehas Parang may naalala akong ganun, na yung statue naka-braid din yung buhok.
So do I. The only difference is that I'd rather like to save this nation and save A while we're at it. The key is that the plane of Euthymia represents A's inner world. Defeat her there, and you may well have the chance to shake the Raiden Shogun's will.
So this is your plan? Not by talking her out of it, or through an armed resistance, but by, hopping inside the Raiden Shogun's inner world?
You're a fast learner. In short, this is the last chance to get Inazuma back on track. Otherwise, an eternity of darkness awaits.
The hita, Naalala ko si Commander.
Don't you realize how special you are? Remember, the plane of Euthymia is a space where only she is allowed to exist. The fact that you could appear there tells us one crucial thing. That you have piqued her interest. Perhaps it's because she has never seen an individual who is so unpredictable in the face of eternity.
Has no one else
Commander
ever
pa.
None. No one has seen.
Yeah, alam niyo na kung bakit di ako mahilig sa loli tsaka sa mga little girls. Like sila facial, ganun. Gusto ko yung mga matatangkad kasi si Commander, ganun. Ganun talaga type ko sa
Your
babae.
existence is more than just an opportunity. It's the
Si Commander
very
kahit
key
ko
to all of this. To that I say, well done.
Alam ko
child.
yung origin
You
nung
did not
Electro ay yung
disappoint
nasa
after all.
statue? Ano yung sabihin nun? Unless spoiler yan. Kung spoiler yan, wag mo na explain.
Anti-Raiden Shogun training. I've prepared a special program just for you.
Uy, gusto ko yan.
Come along.
Gusto ko yan. Anong program yan? Okay, so nandito pa ba yung nagtatanong kanina dun sa mga na-miss kong fishing spot? So, yung mga napanood yung video, di ba pinakita natin yung mga fishing spot like ito, yan. Meron pa dito. Ito, pinakita natin to dun sa video, di ba? Ito, may isa pa dito. Yan o, katabi niya lang halos. Ayan, mga puffer fish yun nandyan. Ito. Tatawid ka lang. Or lipad ka mula dito. Tapos, yung isa pang hindi ko na isama sa video, and recently ko lang din nakita was, eto, sa pinakakanto nitong sa Liu eh. Yan. I think pufferfish din yan. Tapos, hindi ko nasama sa video ito. Pero ito nakita ko na nung ano pa. Hindi ko lang naisama sa recording. Yan. Dito sa tulay na to. So, yun. Tatlo yan. Ito sa tulay na to. Ito sa sulok na to. Then, ito halos katawid lang nito. Ito pinakita natin sa video to. Dito. Yan. So, tatlong spots yung kulang dun sa video. Baka meron pa yan. I'm sure meron pa yan. Ito lang yung mga nakikita ko pa lang. Naka 500 fish na ako pero hindi ko pa rin nagagawa. Ako ba ilan na? Saan ba makikita yun sa achievements? Ano to? Sayang. Baka lumabas yung spear. Saan ba makikita yun? Nasa tabi ng Don Winery yun. Pinakita ko yun doon sa video. Ano damat kasi sa kope, minsan naubos na isda nila. Ako hindi ko pa natatry mag-co-op eh, kasi yun nga eh. Ano mo makikita? Ito. Ayan, 226 pa lang pala ako. Yung nasa tabi ng Don Winery, pinakita natin yan. Pinakita natin yan doon sa video. 226 pa lang ako, pero hindi ako lumilipat kasi sa ano, hindi ako nagko-co-op. Hindi naman din ako nagmamadali. Pero malapit-lapit ko na mabuo yung the catch. Pero in case kasi na makuha ko yung ano, yung weapon. Syempre, obviously, na ipaprioritize ko. Pero, i-build ko pa rin yung the catch. Lalagay ko pwede kay Xiangling, pwede kay Zhongli, pwede kay... Actually, maganda din siya kay Zhongli daw eh. Maganda din daw siya kay Zhongli kasi pangit siya sa Zhongli ko, yung prototype lang gamit ko. Asa ba? Layo. Ito? Madali ba dito? So yun, tatlong spots. Tandaan nyo lang. Kapag hindi mo nakuha, sabi mo lang. Pag hindi mo nakita. Papakita ko ulit. Sa sulok ng Liu eh. Tapos dun sa may island na kidlat-kidlat. Tapos dun sa yung tulay sa may mahabang tulay na sira. Dun sa may Liu eh. Hindi ko lang naisama yun sa video ko. Mark na sa akin. Yan. Good. Dagdag spots. Walang ano man, pare. Tali kayo sa Discord, nagpapalitan kami ng tips doon. Yung link nasa description.
Think of it as a catalyst that can reproduce the Raiden Shogun's combat moves.
Ito pala, may bago sa ali. Si Sherlock. Hello, Sherlock. Welcome sa Discord, member ka na. Yeah, may Genshin Impact na ano dyan, na channel dyan. Search mo na lang. Under other games.
The aim is to try to not get hit by the attacks. Since you've escaped certain death at her hand once already, I presume this
Sino ba yung matatandang adeptay? What do you mean? Complete the anti-Raiden Shogun training. Ano gagawin? Start challenge. Uy, laban ba to?
Stabilize.
Uy, ano yun? Ano yun?
Careless.
Repo. Ano gagawin? Iwasan ko lang lahat? Paano yun? Ang bilis eh. Oh? Ang bilis eh. Oh? Kailangan matapos yung time na hindi ako tinatamaan ng 10 beses. Ay. Sakit.
Gather.
Ano yun? May check na. Tapos na? Uy!
Crush.
Failed na naman. Ano ba yan?
Solidify.
Ang bilis eh. Hirap eh. Feeling ko kailangan dito si Sayu. Ay.
Stabilize.
Hirap ah.
Gather.
Yun.
Let's light it up.
Ano yun? Bakit? Ba't fail? Ay, wait lang ah. Wait lang. Sa dulo ka lang, Lods, di mo na kailangan lumapit. Nga, ulit nga. Mamamatay na si... Mamamatay na si Zhongli. Okay. Sige, sa dulo lang daw tayo.
Even better.
Ayun, namatay na.
Can be turned to
Buti may shield. Kaso nawala yung shield. Tinamaan pa rin. "30 seconds. "19 seconds. Dito, ano gagawin dito?
Let's light it up.
Ano gagawin dun? Ano gagawin dun sa dulo? Pag daw damage sa burning grass, count as hit. Kupal. Sirain kayo, paano ako sirain? Pyro?
Good things come to those who don't wait around. That's what they say anyway. Knowing my luck.
Pwede lang kita dyan sa gagawin na yan pag magla-last hit na wasakin mo lang yung nasa left core then stay ka lang. Cryo lang. Cryo, tas attack lang. Okay, sige.
gather.
Ang violente naman ng training ni Yae. Iba yung na-expect kong training.
More speed.
Ouch.
Good grief. Off we go. Beg for mercy. Touche.
Yun o. Ba't di siya nasisira agad? Kung may child ka, saglit lang yung maliliit na core. Ano ba ang way natin para madaling masira? Mag-iba tayo ng character. Sino ba? Diluk? Ito ba? Pwede to, no? Ito na lang kaya muna. Hirap naman na ito, buwisit.
Gather.
Ay, kasi mag-burning grass pala, hindi pwede. Kasi Pyro Diluc. Si Child lang gamit. Wala akong Child eh. Ikong Barbara kaya? Or Mona? Spear user. Sige, try natin Spear user.
Gather.
Total bit-bit natin si Zhongli. Ayun. Ayun, tapos na? Yun! Yun pala. Yun pala. Salamat dun sa nagsabi na Spear user. Tsaka Shinkyu. Yun nga, Hydro. Nadali ni Shinkyu. Wait lang ha. Kaya. Wisit na yun? Sa akin ko yung si Yula lang na tsempuan ko lang agad na nag-spawn sa harap ko kaya nasira agad. Ah, wala, ang tagal pag Yula eh.
Perhaps it's because
What? Like Devalin is to Barbados? Huh. Never would have guessed by looking at you.
it sounds like you'd be more persuaded if you saw me in my fox form. In your dreams.
Huh.
More curious than my appearance is the fact that she and I don't see each other anymore, wouldn't you say? A nation to last for all eternity is a dream that she and I both share. But I don't think that's the same thing as complete stasis. At some point, she started going down a path that became increasingly difficult for me to join her on. You know, A never said goodbye to me before she stepped into the plane.
Ay, si Virtuoso, welcome, pare.
Perhaps it's just my wishful thinking, but I think she did this deliberately, as her way of keeping our friendship eternal. By neither saying goodbye nor seeing me again, our relationship will remain forever how it was. In her mind, at least. Since we've embarked on two very different paths to eternity, I can either continue to maintain the status quo or do whatever it takes to bring her back on track, regardless of the cost. I have chosen the latter because if stubbornly isolating herself in the plane of euthymia is her idea of eternity, then my duty as her eternal servant is to drag her back out of her own head and into the real world.
Aw, Miko, you sound like a really great friend.
I'm only telling you this so you can properly understand my
Nakita niyo na yung leaks kay Toma?
Could you possibly spare the sentimentality for the time being?
Mukhang solid si Toma.
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. Time for
And
anti-Raiden Shogun training.
based dun sa itsura ng constellations niya, mukha siyang 5-star. Oh, meron na naman? Meron na naman? Sarap ng tinapay. Ah, okay. Gago.
Feeling a little off.
Wait, hindi ako prepared.
I see your power.
Rain outlines your fate.
Wala, papaluin ni Diluc to. Ah, ito. Okay. Ah! Walang HP si Zhongli. Nakakainis. Hey! Okay ta. Ang sabi 4-star lang siya. Wala pang definite eh. Pero ang pinagbasihan ko lang isang comment na nagsabi na parang masyadong malakas yung constellations niya para maging 4-star. Pero yun nga, wala pa naman definite. Pero sana nga 4-star lang siya. Actually ako, wini-wish ko na 5-star siya. Tapos mauna siya kay Yaimiko para mas marami akong time mag-ipon. Diba? So magiging Kokomi, Toma, tapos Yaimiko. So mas maraming time para mag-ipon. So ako wish ko 5-star siya. HP based din. Oo, parang shielder siya eh. Parang shielder siya. Lods, ano mas okay, R1 Skyward Spear or R5 The Catch? Hindi ko sure, pero ako, I would say The Catch. Kasi mas madaling kunin. Free. Pero okay din yung ano eh. Ang hindi yung mga nag-damage computations about sa Skyward Spine for Raiden Shogun, hindi nila kino-consider yung attack speed. Diba? May attack speed yung Skyward Spine, diba? Ito mo muna yan kasi siya pa lang yung leaks na may character. Sana, so mas may time para mag-ipon for Yaimiko. Oh, magiging legit na yung Staff of Toma. Oh, at actually, tas kakulay pa niya, diba? Black Clip kay Diluc, Kuya Oxlamba. Okay lang yun, pare. Mas maganda ba sa prototype? I can't say, pero okay lang yung Black Clip. Okay lang yung Black Clip. Siyempre, habulin mo sa crits. Ang problema lang sa Black Clip, mahirap i-sustain yung, yung effect.
You did quite admirably. I could see your determination and your hard work.
So, do
Staff
you
of
think we're
Toma.
ready to beat the Raiden Shogun now?
How do I put this?
I-skip ko din yan eh.
You're no match for her at all.
Hindi ko rin kasi gusto itsura niya.
So all of this was a complete waste of time?
Yung New Island at New Enemy. Alam ko yung New Island, yung New Enemy parang ano pa lang, di ba? Parang concept art pa
I
lang.
know what I'm doing. You don't think I'd leave you with no chance to win at all, do you? Speaking of, Traveler, what do you think of the Resistance
Weapon
Army's
din pala pati
chances?
Matsu. Oo, may mga 4-star na craftable yata, di ba?
You're absolutely right.
Nice view.
Perhaps they occasionally best the Shogun's army in open battle, but when they face the Raiden Shogun herself, considering even their visions have been taken from them and embedded in the statue, they're ultimately quite helpless.
You don't have to be so blunt. The Traveler's the captain of Swordfish too, you know.
Hindi ko lang gusto sa Black Clip kay Diluc. Parang hindi ako nagagandahan sa itsura ng Black Clip.
On the contrary,
Parang si Pipay na
it
weapon.
is precisely because of their helplessness
Sorry,
and
hindi kasi
their
tal-
visions have been taken from them that their will is
Hindi
already
talaga ako
weak.
mameta sa Genshin eh. Mas
In short,
mas gusto ko yung pormahan
If
sa
everything goes according to plan,
sa Genshin eh.
they may yet prove to be help. Oh, goodness. Is that the time? I have another guest to receive today. We can talk more back at the Grand Narukami Shrine.
All of a sudden, you're entertaining guests? Paimon's really struggling to understand how you work.
Hindi sa stats sa itsura. Oh, to. Drip over meta. Yes. Elijah, welcome. Welcome. Di ba? Kaya, di ba? Kaya nag-aalangan ako isuot yung Wolf's Gravestone kay Yula kasi hindi bagay eh. Di ba? Hindi bagay sa kanya eh. Parang prototype pero kulay pula. May star glitter kasi ako po pinabibili ko na ng fates. Oo, yun nga. Pero kung ano, yun nga, hindi ko gusto sa ano. Tsaka kahit isuot mo siya kay Diluc, hindi bagay. Hindi bagay kasi kahit pula and black. Iba kasi yung shade. Ito nga, umaangal ako kasi yung, di ba, nakakuha doon sa stream, ito yung nakuha ko. Naging dilaw nung nirefine, nung inascend ko, puta, hindi na siya bagay kay Diluc. So, paano ngayon yan? Naging dilaw. Yung una, ganito yung kulay niya eh. Parang beige na flesh na ewan eh. Naging dilawang puta, bad trip. Hindi na tuloy siya bagay kay Diluc. So baka kay Yula ko na lang siya ilagay. Tsaka si Shogun, di ba? Ewan ko, nakita niyo dun sa mga ibang videos ko na para sinabi ko dun na wala akong pakialam kung mahina o malakas si Shogun. Pupul ko siya. Tara, punta na tayo dito. Kaya si Albedo, hindi ko rin kinuha kasi mukhang tanga. Scaramouche, hindi ko rin kukunin yan.
We can talk here.
Kailangan maging super
Ask me about
OP si
the plan.
Scaramouche bago ko siya
In
i-consider.
fact, I've been mulling it over.
At least hindi man siya ganun kaganda tignan for me. At least malakas naman.
Before one makes a plan, what is the most important thing one must do?
Don't know. What is it?
You must understand the situation you are facing. The Vision Hunt Decree was obviously devised as a means of manipulating the Shogun. The ones behind it knowing
What?
full well her susceptibility as a puppet, with a single-minded focus on eternity.
So talaga minamanipulate lang si yung puppet.
Yes, this is the strongest piece of evidence we have to go on. Now, we also know that every aspect of the Vision Hunt Decree's promulgation and execution has been enthusiastically spearheaded by the Tenryou Commission from
Ganda
the
niya. Ay,
outset.
nakakainis.
Ayaka was saying that every time they submitted
So yan, isa pa yan mag-all in ako dyan kay Yaemiko.
the Tenryou and Kanyo commissions would
Ganun din, I don't care
straight
kung malakas siya o
away, no
mahina.
negotiation.
And kahit catalyst user siya.
Yes, it's all too clear that both the Tenryou
Hey,
and
Reiko-kun,
Kanjo
kamusta?
commissions are in some form of
Welcome.
collusion with the Fatui. Foolish humans, blinded by their greed. Thus, the current situation is that our
Waifu is
Fatui
waifu, yes, sir.
antagonist is still
Yes,
at
sir.
large, has the two rogue commissions wrapped around their finger, and is distributing delusions from the shadows. Unfortunately, given that said antagonist is under the protection of two commissions and the Raiden Shogun, we would be rather hard-pressed to track them down.
So, what should we do?
It will be easier for us to start with someone from Inazuma. So my plan is to incite rebellion in the Tenryou Commission.
Rebellion? What are you talking about? After everything you just said, it sounds like
Under
the
booba,
Tenryou
side
Commission
boobs
is
siya
rebel
eh.
already.
When I say rebellion, I
Dahil
don't
ba
mean
nakapila sa akin, si Sarah,
revolution.
nakapila din sa akin, hindi ko pa hindi ko pa masyado
Inciting a certain
na-upgrade si
someone to
Sarah.
betray the Tenryou Commission.
Nag-iipon
If
ako
we
ng
manage
mats
to
para sa
convince
weapon.
her, I'm quite sure we'll be able to get you another audience with the right.
Well, kilala mo si Virgil? Virgil saan? Sa Devil May Cry? Si Sarah yung underbooba siya
I'll
nga.
give you a clue.
Actually, kaya ako naisip si Sarah na
She's
sinabi ni
currently in
Dean na
charge of the
underbooba.
Shogun's army. She visits the shrine at this time every month, and she is our guest today. She also appears to be
Ayan na nga.
standing
Speaking
right
of-
behind you.
Don't move a muscle.
Ayan ah.
You've got some nerve showing up here in the shrine when there's an active warrant for your arrest. Don't even think about trying anything. Surrender.
Affirmative.
It seems that you're forgetting. This is the Grand Narukami Shrine. Use of force here is strictly forbidden.
Tadyo mami bali ko, hindi ko pa
Before you
nagagalaw. Galawin mo na to.
Which of you would like to face criminal
Kaya ako,
charges
ni-90 ko
for
siya
dishonoring
pagkakuha
the
ko eh.
Shogun, hmm?
The day itself.
Guji-ai, please tell me you are not sheltering a wanted criminal here.
We are just friends. I don't see what sheltering has to do with it.
Yung movement ni A
Tell your
super
subordinates to
close kay
leave. We
Virgil.
have things to discuss.
Ah, talaga? Hindi ako masyadong familiar eh. Although nalaro ko yung unang tatlong Devil May Cry yata. Sa PS2. Tatlo ba yun o dalawa? Alam ko at least 2.
Guji-ai, I'm a little curious.
Pero yun lang yung nalaro ko.
Does it not also dishonor the Shogun to hide a
Didn't expect Genshin to give me mommy ball after 5 years. Wow, swerte pa.
You're the
Di ba ako
same as
sinuwerte ng
ever,
ganyan dito sa
Kujo-san.
Genshin?
No one can match
Pumaasa
you
sana
when it
ako
comes
nung
to
last pool
loyalty
eh.
to the Shogun.
As a servant, loyalty to the Shogun is my duty. And as a warrior, I
Ganda yung
dedicate
utility
my
ng
life
Raiden,
to
more on
following
ER
the way of
tapos
the
mas
Shogun.
lagi ka nakakapag-burst.
Even
Totoo,
though
tol.
she will one day.
Totoo, tol. Tsaka solid din naman yung damage niya. Yun lang talaga yung angal ko.
The
Angal ko
vision
talaga sa kanya.
indicates
Hindi siya
the
gumagana kay
Shogun's
Beidou.
chosen course, and I shall not question it.
Huh. It's tragic. Such wholehearted devotion rendered
Tsaka nga,
meaningless
mahina ang
by
Electro as a whole.
circumstance. Have you been kept in the dark? Or are you the only one left in the light?
Lady Guji, I need you to be direct. Tell me exactly.
Pero kung tinuloy nila yung ano,
The
di ba ang dami
Vision
nagagalit
Hunt
ngayon sa
attack.
China?
Part of a
Kung
Fatui
ituloy lang
faction
nila yung
within
galit
Zuma
nilang yun, tapos
is
i-buff yung
me.
Electro, dude, everybody
And
happy.
your masters, the Kujo clan of the Tenryou
Di
Commission.
ba naman?
They're
Si
the ones
Sarah ngayon
who
ang
trust
top 1
the
in terms
Shogun.
of booba size ngayon, no?
You're saying the Kujo clan Betrayed the
Ganda pa
shogun?
naman ng combo niya kay Beidou.
Yes,
Actually, di ba?
that's exactly what
Kaya,
I'm saying.
eto, pause ko muna. Di ba? Parang ano eh, yun yung, I think yung main issue ko doon sa nangyari is that ang dami nag-expect na maganda silang combo ni Beidou. Di ba? Tapos, di ba namigay pa sila ng libreng Beidou nung nilabas si Inazuma. So, may ganun pa. So, yung mga tao ngayon expecting na lalabas si Shogun, binuild din nila si Beidou. Tapos malalaman nila na hindi gumagana right after ilabas si Raiden Shogun. Nung nandiyan na yung banner, nakapag-pull na sila. So, alam mo yun, parang medyo off lang yun. But otherwise, yung interaction kay Beidou, hindi naman super big deal. Sana nga i-buff Electro. Oo, totoo, di ba? Totoo.
Your allegation is not only dangerous, but ridiculous.
Anyway, balik na tayo
The
sa
Troy
story.
Commission has served the Shogun since ancient times, and remains absolutely loyal to this day. Ever since I was adopted by the Kujo clan, I have seen and heard nothing but pure devotion
Tapos nabadali pa ako
toward
na
the
after A
Shogun.
pa yung Tenwish. Oo nga, akala ko din
The
kasabay.
Tenryou Commission, especially from the head of the clan, Kujo Takayuki.
Kapag nakinig si Mihoy sa China server, baka iba pati Raiden, iyak mga skip i Raiden. Oo, tol. Oo, tol. Parang nangyari kay Zhongli. Pero actually si Raiden siya mismo, hindi naman siya kailangan i-buff. I think solid naman siya as it is. Yun lang talaga interaction kay Beidou. Ang main problem talaga is yung Electro, pare. I think. Yun yung opinion ko. Hindi si Raiden siya. Kasi, tangina, solid naman si Raiden, tol. Yung basura kong Raiden, tangina, nagsi 60k na ano. Zhongli Shield lang yun. Zhongli Shield lang yun. Walang Bennett yun, walang walang iba, walang Kazuha, walang ganon. 60k na hindi ako nakada-catch, Favonius Spear ang gamit ko. So, parang in my opinion, si Raiden, siya mismo, okay lang. Diba? Medyo komplikado lang siya i-build, may mga intricacies, pero siya, okay lang. Yung Electro talaga as a whole. I don't know if through this IC leak update 2.2 hutaw, hindi ba ganyo muna? Kaya madalas yung mga Electro nagiging physical, di ba? Oo, official, si Razor. Kaya nga, burst pala kaya na mag-100k, kailangan pa ba i-buff? Hindi na siya kailangan i-buff, I think. Si Raiden mismo. Yun lang, baguhin lang ibalik lang nila interaction kay Beidou. Yun lang yung baguhin nila kay Shogun. The rest ng work, kailangan na nila i-buff yung Electro. Ito na yung panahon. Yun lang naman. Tama naman kasi parang underwhelming Electro ngayon. Totoo, tol, totoo. Diba? Saka nakakita ng meta lineup na nag-overload. Diba? Wala. Meron yung yung child na taser build, pero child carry yun. Hindi na kailangan i-buff si Raiden. Kailangan i-buff yung Electro.
3
Kasi by
days.
buffing Electro,
Come back
binuff mo
here
na rin
in
si
3
Raiden.
days and I will show you the evidence. As a Guji, there's one thing I know very well.
Raiden, siya mismo, on her
People
own, yung
believe
kit
whatever
niya,
they want to
yung
believe.
animations niya, okay na siya,
Some
I
things you do
think,
not
in my
see,
opinion.
Simply because you do not wish to look. And so, it falls to me to place the truth before your eyes, in all its ugliness.
3 days? I'll be here. But if I don't see any
Hindi ko na
evidence,
naintindihan yung
I
story.
will demand a formal
Nagrarat-rat
apology
na lang
for
tayo kanina.
slandering the Kujo clan. Also, she will have to come with me.
Wonderful. Then I'll see you in 3 days. I look forward
Ang
to
ganda ng
it
Electro,
very
kaya
much.
basagin lahat ng shield maliban sa Electro mismo. Oo, yun. Isa yun. Pero, parang hindi pa rin sobrang, yun eh.
Expecting to run into Kujusara here.
Solid siya, di nawawalan ng burst yung party. Totoo,
You mentioned
totoo.
evidence of the Tenryou Commission.
Sana nga baguhin nila yung resonance ng Idro. Isa pa yan. Pero ibang issue na yan.
Or
Why are you always asking so many questions? Of course not. I just had to say something because I clearly wasn't convincing her.
not entirely unexpected.
As plans go, changing the deity's
Oh,
mind
taga.
is a huge gamble.
Isa pa
to
palang gusto
take.
kong baguhin ko.
We can't expect to be
Isa pang
incapable of
change na gusto ko
everlasting
mangyari
when
kay
we're
Raiden.
facing off against a god.
Habaan nila yung duration ng ultimate niya. Kasi nakakabitin tol eh. Nakakabitin. Yun lang nakakabitin talaga. Yung magwawasiwas-iwas yun ng espada. Kasi astig, di ba? At saka nangahabol. Pag malayo yung kalaban, magte-teleport siya palapit. Yun lang, nakakabitin lang yung 7 seconds.
Okay, but gonna do though? We only have 3 days.
If we want to get
Nag-isipan ko pa kung
ahead,
second
we're going to
DPS
need
ko.
some help. Now,
Si
with
Shogun?
me.
Oh,
We
pwede
must
yun,
awaken
Tol.
the professional.
10 seconds man lang. Oo, di ba? Medyo tagalan naman nila. Medyo nakakabitin eh. Habaan niya animation ng paglabas ng sword. Isa pa yun. Di ba? Isa pa yun. Parang duration din ng burst ni Yula. Napakaikli lang. Isa pa yun, no? Hindi ka makabuild ng stacks, no? Pero okay na yun. Okay na yun. Masyado na malakas yun kapag hinabaan pa nila yun. May mga nagpa 5M na nga kay Yula, di ba? Tangina. Ito Yula ko, basura Yula ko. Balik tayo doon sa Shogun Party. Yung sa akin natagal pag nag-charge attack ka. Wag ka... Hindi, ganun ba yun? Hindi Ewan ko. Baka hindi mo na napapansin, pero alam ko same time. Mga way yung overkill Yula, grabe. Grabe yun. At saka yung weapon ni Yula talaga, kung gusto mo ng maximum damage yun talaga. Kasi mabilis attack speed ng weapon ni Yula. C6 Yula yun. Pero kahit naman yung ganitong Yula, okay lang eh. C0 lang yun sa akin. By the way, take mo, kuya, sa superconduct ng Electro, yung Cryo plus... Yun nga. Yun ang actually isa mga main problem sa Electro, I think. Yung mga elemental reactions nila, hindi actually masyado nakikinabang si Electro. Like example yan, Superconduct. Superconduct may maliit na AoE yan, di ba? Na may cryo. Tapos may shred sa physical resistance. So physical damage ang pinapalakas niya. Overload, ganun din, pyro damage. Overload, pyro damage yun. Electrocharge, hindi ko sure, pero unlit lang din ang damage ng Electrocharge. So, ayun. Bira lang naman yung solid na lineup na ngayon, na Superconduct ngayon. Ito, Yula, Shogun, yan, perfect. Teka, kunin natin to. Isa mga problems ng Electro. Yung mga elemental reactions nila hindi masyado nakikinabang si Electro. Uy, 40. Teka nga, makakapag-pull na ba tayo ng isa pa? Pinipiga ko ngayon eh. Uy, makakapag-pull na tayo. Sa weapon, malay natin. Malay natin, ito na yung spear. Di ba? Asa pa. Pag nilabas ni Toma, maganda ilagay yun kay Chal. Talaga ba? Talaga ba? Hindi ko pa alam eh. Alam ko yung shielder siya na may AoE pyro something. So magbe-vaporize si Chad. Tangina si Chad palakas ang palakas habang tumatagal, no? Gago Tamiho yung favorite nila si Chad eh. 'Di ba yung bow ni yung bow ni Yoimiya, ang ganda din kay kay Chad. Hey!
Toy Tanuki just turned into...
Lily Pichu.
Not a Tanuki. I'm a Muchina.
Mabilis siya maglagay ng pyro. Talaga ba? Alam ko lang kapag yung ult niya para may sabog-sabog na pyro. Parang ganun lang nabasa ko. Child plus Thundering Pulse. Di ba si Child palakas ng palakas? Tanginang yan.
The professional
Favorite.
you're talking about? She doesn't look very professional at all.
She is a
Shumatsuban.
member of the Shumatsuban, a genuine, bona fide
Di ba siya matutusok dito sa niya?
Wow, a ninja? So was that one of the
Para daw
legendary
pyro shinkyu.
ninja
Puta, astig yan,
transformation
tol.
techniques? Anyway,
Kaya saan mo siya
what's
ilalagay?
the Shumatsuban?
It
Ayaka.
belongs to the
Partner kay
Yashiro
Ayaka, no?
Commission, a secret unit under Kamisato
Partner kay
Ayato.
Ganyu? Reverse
Now,
melt?
Kamisato Ayato and the Yashiro Commission are neutral parties.
Pyro shinkyu.
So I
Tangina.
have no right to
Malakas
give
yun, tol.
orders to the Shumatsuban. However, convincing their most chronically lazy member to
Solid
help
yun,
us
tol.
is well
Pero
within
skip
my
pa rin.
abilities. Here's what I need you to do. Go into town and find evidence of the Tenryo Commission's betrayal. It would not be appropriate for me to be seen there myself.
You make it sound
Sarap
so
nung chat
simple,
shadow, di ba?
but
Reverse vape.
Oh, I
Ay, hindi.
thought
Actually,
you
hindi reverse
figured
vape
that
yun. Yun
by
talaga yung vaporize.
now. All right.
Di ba? Mas malakas sa
I'll
vaporize
indulge
kapag
you
yung
with a
hydro
little
ang nag-trigger, di ba?
For a complete outsider, probing the inner workings
Reverse
of the Tenryo
vaporize yung
Commission
ginagawa
is now
natin kay Hutaw
impossible.
tsaka kay Diluc.
But since the three commissions work
Sa
together to
Yanfei
serve the
DPS.
Shogun,
Kaya kakakuha ko
they
lang
have
din
a
kay
close
Yanfei.
relationship. Someone from one of the... now you're following me? The Shogun's army haven't given up on their search for
Tapos may
you
shield
yet.
pa siya, no? Tangina,
But with the
mukhang
help of
malakas
this
nga itong si ano
Shi-Ho-Tsuban ninja,
Kasi shield parang
I'm
hindi ako
sure
fan
you'll
ng
be able
shield.
to
Kasi
rendezvous
parang
with our
pyro
friends.
lang ang binablock.
Don't forget, we're on a tight schedule here. Be sure to bring back the evidence in good
Parang sa
time.
pyro lang siya effective. Nasiver ko kasi kaya... Kamusta naman si Yanfei? Balita ko, hindi naman daw siya ganung super lakas. Lakas ba si Yanfei? Kakakuha ko lang din kay Yanfei nung nag-stream tayo last time eh. Kasi na? Level 1. Sila ni Sayu, level 1. Nakuha ko sila last stream. Hindi ko sure kung gaano kalakas si Yanfei eh. Hindi ko rin siya masyadong type. Uy, Yulo, mamatay ka na. Pero like pyro element din kakalabanin mo. Oh naman. Kasi pyro lang naman ang kaya niyang gawin. Parang same problem kay Klee. Pero sana gawin na nilang 4-star si Toma, tol. No? Eh, sabay nila kay Yae. Parang hindi... Kaso, tangina. Kung Pyro Shinkyu, tangina, solid yun, tol.
What brings you here?
Yeah, speaking of
Did you pick
Toma.
up the resistance? How's the battle going? Is it safe for me to come out?
4-star yata si Toma next banner. Kasabay ni Kokomi. Kokomi ba yung next? Kokomi na si next, di ba?
It's still not
Eh, ba't di
over.
siya in-announce dun sa
I guess you
live
came
stream
here
ng
because
Genshin?
you have something to discuss?
Kung kasabay siya ni
I'll
Kokomi.
get someone to call for Miss Kamisato. Bear with me for 1 second.
Kasi naman, di mo siya mukhang 5-star. Tingnan mo yung tsura niya.
I see. You have been through a lot since we last met. I understand. You need evidence of the Tenryo Commission's betrayal.
2.2?
Let me think.
Kasi 2 point, counted as 2.1 pa rin si Kokomi. Tama
There is
ba?
one thing that has always concerned
No?
me. The Shogun's army has been at war
So baka nga
with the
ganun.
resistance for a long
Okay. So
time
sa 2.2 si Toma. Oo nga,
Not
oo
once
nga.
has the Shogun
So hindi
ever
siya next
inquired
banner.
about it.
Kasi si
I
Kokomi
used to
next.
think that she simply didn't care. But looking at it now, perhaps
So
the
sana
problem
tagalan pa
all
nila.
along has been with the Tenryo
No?
Commission's reports
Sana gawin
to the
nilang 5-star si Toma. Tapos para mas matagal pa si Yae, makapag-ipon pa ako.
The Tenryo Commission presides over
Kasi
domestic
kung kasama siya ni
military
Kokomi,
affairs.
sana in-announce din siya
If
nung
they
live stream
had
ng
any intention of
Genshin, di
concealing
ba?
information
Eh kaso
in the
wala.
reports, we would have no way of knowing. Meanwhile, the Shogun would incorrectly conclude that the Vision Hunt decree poses no threat and would stick to her decision. If we had access to their reports,
Rerun. Oh, tapos may
we
rerun
could
pa.
confirm everything.
But
Third
if I
round
recall,
Child na
the
naman.
only
Tangina,
person
favorite talaga nila
authorized
si
to
Child.
access that kind of official documentation is Kujo Takayuki. It's heavily guarded too.
Time na ba para kunin natin si
With
Child?
Sayu's help, swiping a document from under their noses is no easy task.
If only there was a way
Oh,
we
ano
could
yun?
distract the guards just for long enough. That's a very Toma-sounding suggestion, but it's a reasonable one. The statue of the
Haba ng
omnipresent
quest, ah.
god is right by the Tenryo Commission. If someone set off fireworks near the statue, they certainly wouldn't ignore it. While they were preoccupied
Dami
with
siguro
that,
nagre-request ng Child. Oh, kasi nga
Sayuri
pala
could
kasi ng palakas
infiltrate
eh.
the Tenryo Commission and take the report, as well as any other evidence she might find.
Great! It feels like I'm
Kung
getting
totoong
closer
rerun
and
ni
closer
Child
to
Goods
being
yun.
a
Oo
full
nga,
man
actually.
again.
Wala ako inaabangan na rerun eh. Wala ako inaabangan na rerun eh. So, skip lang yan. More
It
time
feels like
mag-ipon.
it's been
Tama
an
yun.
eternity since we last sat down and talked like this.
Wait.
Well, it certainly felt like it to me. I've been looking forward to seeing you again every day since I got here. This tea house used to be my favorite hiding
Ang cute
place.
nito talaga.
but
Si,
now,
pangalan
I've
nito,
honestly
si
lost track of
Tachimaru ba
how
to?
long it's been since I last set foot outside of here. Oh man,
Inaabang ako mag-rerun si Hutaw. Actually, doon sa mga potential na magre-rerun, baka kay Hutaw ako
Let's focus on the issue
mapa
at hand.
pero hindi pa rin kasi may goals
The
eh.
sooner the vision hunt decree
May
is
pinag-iipunan
the
tayo.
sooner
Baka yung
Paimon
next
will be free.
rerun ni Hutaw.
This was a reunion of sorts, but there's no time
Ako
to catch
i-rerun
up.
agad inaabangan ko actually. Sinabi ko yun sa Discord kagabi. Sinabi ko yun sa Discord kagabi. Tangina. Ipon for Yae, at ipon ulit for Shogun
The
rerun.
commission is heavily guarded. Be careful when you get near. Let's meet back here afterwards.
Alright, first let's go to Hanamizaka to find Yoimiya.
Si Albedo ang tagal na wala pa rin rerun. Oh, kasunod sila ni Zhongli, di ba? So, ideally, sana si Albedo. Ano? Ay, sarap ng usap niya dyan, ha? Ano? Okay na kayo? Peace na kayo? Bro. Picture natin. Picture natin. So, take photo. A meeting. Nagmi-meeting sila. Skip na ba? Peace talks. Peace talks, pare. Ayoko na. Wala mangyayari sa peace talks na to. Tangina, imagine tol kapag feeling ko alam mo sinasadya nila yung ganito mga controversy. 'Di ba? Lalagyan nila ng drama si Raiden Shogun, isasadyain nila na magkaroon ng drama. Tapos after nung update, pag wala na yung banner ni Raiden Shogun, iba-buff. Para kapag balik ng banner ulit ni Raiden Shogun, ang dami na magpupul para sa kanya lalo. No? Baka ganun yung ginagawa nila. Tangina, ano? Conspiracy. Kabad trip kasi calculated nila lahat ng pulls ko. Na-move pa yung 10 pull. 70 Zhongli lang baga. Oh, parang ganun, di ba? Oh, di ba? Ano mo nangyari kay Zhongli, di ba? Ang daming nag-skip sa kanya nung binuff siya. Tangina, ayan. Ginawa ng conspiracy theory. Baka sinasadya nila talaga nila.
Yoimiya, we need an extra large firework. The super duper big kind.
Extra large firework? You sure came to the right person. As it happens, I made this.
Nung rerun ko lang rin nakuha si Zhongli. Ako, nung first time pa lang. May video ako nun, ha? Tangin na kasi yung trailer ni Zhongli, eh. Saan ng trailer yun, eh. Hindi ka naman dapat talaga ipupul si Zhongli, pero buti pala pinul ko.
Try to avoid burning your clothes. Also, it's best that you cover your ears.
Why does Paimon feel so nervous all of a sudden?
Don't worry, it's just a firework. Come on. What's the worst that could happen?
We'll give it a try. Thanks, Yoimiya.
Yung trailer, oh, di ba? Yung trailer lang talaga, eh. Tangin na, stick kasi, eh.
Now we just need to wait for nightfall.
Wala pa rin tumatalo doon sa trailer ni Zhongli. Wait for midnight. Pero gusto ko malaman ba't catching lang yung character. Bakit nga ba? Bakit nga ba? Oo nga. Siya pa lang yung napupunta sa limited banner, no? Di ba ginawan Diluc? Ang gagawin? Oras, 12 o'clock. Bakit nga ba? Yun ang pinakamadaling skip ever. Yun ang pinakamadaling skip ever. Makukuha mo rin si Ketching. If you loosen up 50-50s. Go to the designated location. Dito. So, bubulabugin natin si Shogun. Tama ba? Bubulabugin niya siya. Oy! Paano ako pumunta dun? Ayo. Nung 50-50 pa ako kahapon, pinagdadasal ko na si Diluc tapos sketching after 5 years si Mami. Yun ang swerte, tol. Ang kakalabanin na si Senyora, ay buti naman.
There are loads and loads of people. We need to get rid of them. Or after I get the document, let's meet back at Komari also.
if I do get caught, please come rescue me.
Ang cute ni Sayu. Siya lang yung loli na gusto ko.
Anyway, let's make our way to the statue.
Ah, hindi pa. Okay. Set up the fireworks. Ah, doon. Ang expect ko ng 4-star lang Sarah, tapos biglang naging dilaw. Nung ina, swerte tol. Nangyari pa lang sa akin yun once, pero 20 pulls sa weapon. Yung, bali. Yung ano ko, yung Jade Sword ko. Yun, ano lang yun eh. 20 pulls lang yun eh. Bali, ang storya yata nun was, ang storya yata nun sa weapon na yun was, pinupull ko yung weapon ni Xiao. Kaso, ang lumabas, eto, Skyward Atlas. Tapos 20 pulls later lumabas to. Tuntua ako. 20 o 25, parang ganun eh. Basta, huli na naman. Basta early lang din. Yun na yung pinakaswerte ko sa Genshin ever. Pero gusto ko, ano ganyan? Ano punta? Ano punta? Ay! Balik niyo ako doon! Yan, okay. So, okay. Saan ako punta? Takbo lang pala. Akala ko malayo yung pupuntahan. Ay, gago. Kailangan pala mag-sneaky-sneaky.
Stop!
Yung kaibigan ko, di ko pa nakikita natatalo sa 50-50. Nakita niyo yung kay, kay Asian guy? Tanginang yan. Wait, ulit. Hindi lumabas to kanino. Uy! Lumagpas! Kakakuha pala ng Yula. Ako actually pinagsisisihan ko yung nag-skip ako kay Kazuha. Kasi nga talagang nakaset yung utak ko either kay Ayaka or kay Raiden. Asan ba? Ay, hindi mo pala. Doon ba pala, pucha? Dito na tayo dumaan. Let's. Pwede na Asian guy, dire-diretso pa na. Di ba? Parang 5 sunod-sunod. Tapos may Ayaka naman tsaka Yoimiya. Dapat nga ako kunin ko din Kazuha at kasi naman pa ako maglaro ng days na yun. Actually, kaya hindi ko kinuha si Kazuha. Yun nga, kasi nga nag-iipon ako for either Ayaka or Raiden. Tsaka yun nga, hindi ko rin gusto itsura. Pero nung nalaro ko siya, yung playstyle niya, doon nakita ko. Kinonsider ko talaga. Tsaka na nakita ko na ang bilis niyang bumasag ng shields ng ng mga Abyss Lector. Kinonsider ko talaga, pero nag-decide ako na wag na. Kasi nga, kung kinuha ko kasi Kazuha, imagine, diba? Wala ako Shogun ngayon.
I know exercise helps you grow, but this was a little too much exercise. I feel so dizzy. Everyone is spinning.
Ang bilis niya mag-compress ng kalaban. Grabe nga, parang niya na-power clip si Venti.
There was something important I was supposed to do first. Oh,
Sobrang gamit na gamit siya ngayon sa Abyss, di ba?
I didn't know how to find a document.
Yun ang rerun na siguro baka gamitan ko ng gems. Kazuha. Kazuha or Venti. Yan siguro. Yung mga kung may rerun, tas baby pa kasi hutaw kapag may enough.
My lady, what are we looking at?
Parang Gene 2.0. Parang siyang Sucrose na mas malakas.
In addition, we have
Yung nag-enable siya ng Elemental
They
Master.
have been fomenting unrest behind the scenes. This
Sobrang
should be
lakas
their
ni Kazuha.
blueprints. Please take them to Gujiai. I trust she will have a plan for the next step. I will also gather some people to try and root out the rest of the Fatui in Inazuma.
Still, mind yourself when you face the Shogun.
Si Sayu ang parang Jin.
I still get goosebumps just thinking about her
Si Sayu.
throwing that blade.
Rebuild ko rin yan si Sayu pagtagal. After ko kay
We'll just have to
after
trust
ko
Fujian.
either
She is close
sa
to
pila ko
the
now
Shogun, so
is si Raiden,
maybe she will have a way.
si Xiangling, tsaka si Sarah. So after nun mga yon, si Sayu naman.
Nico soon. Let's pack up our things and get ready to head to the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Okay, balik na tayo dun sa Coral. Sandali lang dumingin kapag may Kazuha, di ba? Tsaka tangina. Yung mga nakikita nyo Raiden Shogun na nagpa 500k na ultimate, may Kazuha yun eh. Kazuha ang dahilan nun eh. Nasaan na? Saan ka punta? Head to the Grand Narukami Shrine. Dito yun, di ba? This taas pala. Grabe si Kazuha, tol.
Lady Guji, here I am, as promised. Rest assured I came here alone and told no one about
Si
this.
Kujo Sara pala magta-traitor kay
Keep
Shogun.
your promise after all. I'm sure you've barely been able to take your mind off it these past few days.
Inobliss,
Have you
bless
managed to get
na
any
abiso.
sleep at all?
Sa pa yun.
I
Parang Venti at Sucrose na
You're quite
pinagsama.
mistaken.
Di ba? Ganun,
I would
grabe.
never
Grabe si
doubt the
Kazuha,
leaders
tol.
of my clan. So, where is your proof?
Ka-level niya si Zhongli sa di ba? Usage rate sa Abyss.
Ah, how wonderful. Everyone's keeping their promises today.
Oh, you wouldn't believe what we had to go through to get our hands on this stuff.
Hand them to Sarah. She can examine them for herself.
Bakit ka
What
tinamad?
is this?
Reko-kun, bakit ka
See, this
tinamad?
document bears the official seal of
Ano
the
to?
head of the Kujo clan, and it doesn't look like a forgery. I don't understand. Not a single word about the resistance, Sangonomiya, or the situation on the front line.
Sagad na lang mga kalaban ng
About the
senyora.
soldiers
Yun.
who gave their lives on the
Ayos.
front line, or the hardship endured by the
School
people.
days. Okay.
They deserve
Sayang.
no
Hintay mo na lang
mention.
rerun.
Utter disregard for human life. Why would they want to hide it?
For the sake of the vision.
Sana all
of the
tinatamad
decree, of
maglaro
course.
pag school days.
Don't you think the Shogun might reconsider her policy?
Yan ang model
Things you
student,
just
pare.
mentioned appeared in this report?
Mas nag-e-enjoy sa school kaysa sa
Centennial
laro.
Commission. They were deliberately deceiving the
Di ako
Shogun.
ganyan ng bata.
Yes. Now, who else do you think might be benefiting from the Vision Hunt decree?
This is a letter from the Tenryo Commission to the Fatui. The head of the Kujo clan kept this a secret from the Shogun too.
Well, the things you wanted to see but also wished not to see are here before you. Surely, you aren't planning to turn a blind eye to them?
So everything I've ever held on to, it's all... How could they? Ugh! This betrayal is unforgivable.
Ito si Sarah, kamusta? Yung mga
Takayuki,
gumagamit sa
you've
kanya.
got some explaining to do.
Meron ba sa inyo gumagamit kay Kujo
Sarah
Sarah?
seems pretty angry, huh? Looks like our Tenryo rebellion is successfully underway. Yep. Let's catch up with her.
Hold on, traveler. There's something else we need to discuss.
Huh?
Wala pa
Last
din
time
ako
you
Sarah.
entered the
Ako
plane
isa.
of Euthymia, it was in front of
Buffer
the
Sarah nga,
statue
yun ang
of the
alam ko.
omnipresent God,
Pero hindi ko pa siya
correct?
masyado nagagamit eh. Level 60 pa lang yung sa akin.
You must find a way to recreate the circumstances of that day. If you can get the Raiden Shogun to open her heart to you once more before the statue of the take this with you as a farewell gift.
What is it?
The Omamori from the Grand Narukami Shrine are very potent indeed.
30% attack ibibigay sa'yo. Oo nga, ang lakas nga eh.
If you find yourself at your wit's end, take it out and see what happens. Maybe your prayers will be answered and all your problems will disappear in the blink of an eye. Or if you ever think about me during your journey, take it out, won't you? Who knows? Maybe I'll just end up appearing right in front of you.
Cut it out, Fox Lady. This isn't the time or place to be poking fun at the traveler.
I'm sorry. Well then, time for you to face my hopeless fool of a friend. I'm counting on you.
Okay, eto na. Okay lang kaya itong party ko. Balita ko mahirap daw si Senyora. Okay lang kaya yung party ko? Ngayon? Yan. Shogun, Yula, Zhongli, Bennett. Feeling ko okay lang yan. Pero yung C6 na Sarah, solid walking crit. Oh, yun nga. Yun actually talaga yung target ko. Kaso isa lang binigay sa akin, Kujo Sarah. Pero yung crit damage na yun, sa Electro lang yan ha. Baka isipin nyo pang lahat yan. Sa Electro lang yan. Kanina nag-try ako i-buff si Raiden kasama si Benny at Sarah. Wallace take attack 2,000. 4,000. Tangina, pinagsama mo naman kasi.
Osmanthus wine taste.
Ryo at Pyro. Okay lang siguro to. Okay lang siguro to. Bubugbugin siya ni Raiden. Ha? Sino ba ako ulihin?
You followed me
Yan,
here?
si Senyora. Isa pang inaabangan ko yan.
You've got
Kaso
guts.
after yata namang mangyayari dito, para malabo na siya magka-banner, no?
I suppose I can shield you from arrest. At least until I have received an
Ang useful na cons kay
explanation
Sarah yata is yung C2, di ba? Para may attack buff na agad siya kahit pindutin mo lang yung E.
in this matter. Then not only will you be arrested immediately, but you'll also be charged with one more crime. Do I...
Oo nga, Shangling na. Sa akin, pare, sucrose. Ang nakakatawa pa, nagpupul ako sa weapon banner. Pati sa weapon banner, sucrose binibigay sa akin. Ah, ito na. Okay, try natin to party na to. Try natin siya bugbugin gamit si Yula.
Apologies, ma'am. Orders from the top.
Ay!
No one is allowed to enter.
Out of my way! I need to speak to him. I won't tell you twice.
Ba't tinutulungan tayo ni Sarah na ano, bugbugin yung mga alagad niya?
There is no escape.
I must withdraw. Solidify.
Fake for mercy. Everybody stand back.
Heal muna tayo. Uy, lapit.
I must
Illusion shattered.
Niloko siya ng Kujo Clan. Ah, kaya siya nanggigigil.
watch your step.
Yeah.
Glory to the Shogun! Flash!
Don't hold back. Solidify.
Shine down! Beg for mercy.
Clear.
Let's light it up!
Nasaan na si Shogun?
Illusion shattered!
Get them.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Torn to oblivion!
Yun, nag-85 kayo kapag kahit Bennett buff lang. Wala Zhongli shield. Pa-bonus lance lang tong gamit ko. Imagine kung naka-catch to or yung ano niya, weapon niya. Solid talaga si Shogun on her own eh.
I'm going in! There is no escape!
Ay, layo na naman ang layo to.
Crush! Shut up!
Bested.
May trader kasi sa clan ako. Ano level na pa bonus lance ko? 80 lang yun. Hindi pa 90 yun.
Master Takayuki.
Pero R4 yun. Kaso wala naman effect sa damage yung R4.
Please, tell me why.
So this is how my documents went missing.
Should I take your words to mean that these documents were not forgeries? They were really penned by your own hand. Please tell me, Master. I need to know. Has the Tenryo Commission really betrayed the Shogunate?
Yes, I have dealings with the Fatui, and yes, the report you saw was penned by my hand.
He just came right out and admitted it.
The diplomats from Snezhnaya promised a very...
Ang gandang partner talaga ni Shogun kay ano, Yula. It's perfect combination. Beidou na lang talaga kulang dito.
Upheld. For too long, the Kujo clan's position has been coveted by so many. There is no shortage of clans who would tear us down at the first opportunity. So, when the chance arose to gain the backing of another powerful nation and crack down on our enemies at the same time, it appeared to me to be an excellent deal. I simply saw no need to inform you, Sarah.
But you worship the Shogun. How can you betray her after all this time
Kawawa
and
Senyora
act like it's
mamaya. Sige,
nothing?
kakawawain natin talaga si Senyora mamaya. Para pumunta siya sa atin pag once na lumabas na yung banner niya.
The Fatui may think they are using me, but the reverse is true. What could they possibly hope to achieve?
Sayang na rin pag build ko kay Beidou, putik sinabay ko pa sa artifact ni Radiant. Di ba? Yun din eh. Yun din yung reason kung bakit ko binild si Beidou.
Their knees and tremble, paralyzed by fear and trepidation.
Although, noon ko pa naman talaga gusto i-build si Beidou.
None
Kasi,
can contend
or
with the
waifu.
supreme power of the almighty Raiden Shogun and the Muso no Hitotachi.
Yeah, he doesn't worship the Raiden Shogun herself, but her power as a warrior. Especially the...
But Master, what about loyalty? Ever since I was adopted
This is
by the
Senyora kay
Kujo
Raiden.
clan,
Uy, baka
you
may hindi pa
taught me
nakakatapos
the
dito. Ako alam ko na yan
importance
eh.
of loyalty from
Na-spoil lang
servants to
ako
your
dyan eh.
superiors. But it's clear to me now that you wanted my loyalties to stop with the Kujo clan. So you were scared that I would betray you one day? You hypocrite! Preaching about virtue just to mask your own wretched selfishness!
Selfishness? I am but safeguarding the eternity of the Kujo clan. I'm quite sure the almighty Shogun would be sympathetic to that. As would the former head of our clan.
Hate to say it, but his ego is getting in the way. If he thinks the Kujo clan is a match for the Fatui, Paimon thinks he's in for a nasty...
Kaya siguro pinapalakas si Child, kulang na sila sa patuwi na nilalabas. So, ilan ER ko kay Raiden ngayon? Parang saktong 200 lang ngayon.
Is this truly the correct thing to do? Even though it goes against what I know in my heart to be right. But I chose to obey the Shogun. For as long
Parang
as
saktong
she
200 lang
leads the
ngayon.
way, who among us is qualified to
Hindi,
judge
pero yun nga, hindi pa tapos yung build ko.
right and
Pangit pa
wrong?
nung artifacts
We
ko.
have not yet reached the end of the path. But now I realize that the path
Dotore,
of
sino yan?
eternity is one without end.
Sino yan?
While this path, it has long since been
Hindi ko kilala yan.
defiled by your selfish ways. So I'm going to tell the Shogun the truth about all this. If nothing else, my conscience will be clear.
Yari ka, susumbong ka.
Stubborn and futile.
Harbinger
Report
din.
to the
Talaga?
Shogun if you so wish. The Kujo clan
Ano yung tsura niya?
position is now
Babae ba yan? Waifu
unshakable,
ba yan?
and nothing you can do will change this. The Shogun is at Tenshukaku receiving a Snezhnayan diplomat.
Ay, ito na.
A harbinger by the name of Senor.
Senyora's the one behind all this? Not her again! Way back in Rito, Lady Hiragi said something about the Kanjo Commissioner meeting with an arrogant-sounding woman.
A diplomat from Snezhnaya. Well, if she thinks...
Sora stormed off! You can say that? Alright then.
Okay, ito na. Traitor ka. Trinidor mo ako. How dare you. Ito na ba? Ito na ba si Shogun? Ay, si ano? Si Senyora? Lalaki yun, kuya. Sira na lalaki. Okay, yun lang. Skip yun pag ganun. Hindi na ako hulihin. Ayun, yun lang. Nakapa-bonus lance lang siya. Pa-bonus lance. Ayun lang, 80-80. Ang baba lang kasi na energy recharge na ito eh. Try kaya natin yung ano. Ito. Mas mataas. Kasi mas mataas attack na ito eh. Sige, palit. Try natin. Ay. Ay, gago. Ay, tayo. Wait. Na-close ko yung Genshin. Na-close ko yung Genshin. Wait lang. On natin ulit. Sorry. Ay. Na-close yung Genshin. Naka-window mode lang kasi. Protostar Glitter gamit ko quiz level 70 hanggang 60. Yung yung kaninang 85k na nakita nyo, yun, naka-Bennett yun. So, baka malakasan kayo. Pero naka-Bennett buff kasi yun. Pero mga ganyan lang din sa akin, usually 60k. Na yun maximum na yun na resolve. Kapag kakaalam ko. Pero mamaya, testingin natin. Kasi parang hindi bagay kay, hindi bagay kay Baal yung Star Glitter. Pero ideally dapat kasi itong Favonius Dance ko na kay Zhong dito. Okay. Okay. So, di na ako hulihin. Di na nga, oh. Uy, patay mga tao. Anyari? Papakainin ko buong barangay pag naka R5 na written ko. Hindi na nga mahuhuli, nakakot na yung mga guards. Oo nga, pare. Si Sarah ang nanggulpi dito sa mga to. Nakakot ni Senyora o ni Sarah?
What's going on?
Para si Sarah ang naggumulpi sa kanila. Hirap kasi ng The Catch, ganda talaga pag may mga second. Oh, di ba? Ako meron pa ako isa pang account sa PS4. So baka pwede kong hiramin yan. So ito na. Ito na ba si Senyora? Try natin to party na to. May Zhongli naman so baka kaya. Zhongli dapat ang lalapit. Dami tao mabasa sa world ko para lang mga isda. Naka-auto-block ako
So uncivilized. If I didn't know this was Tenshukaku, I might have mistaken
si
it
Sarah
for
ba to?
some kind of street
Naka-block na.
market. Have you learned your...
Oh no! What has she done to Kujo-Sara?
The right to punish Inazumans for their crimes is
Shit.
mine alone.
Tatlong best
Not
girls
yours,
nandito.
Signora. Then I apologize, almighty Shogun. I know, you can't get me out of your mind. But you really don't need to call my name all the time. Don't go thinking I'm surprised to see you here. I'm well aware that you hate me, with the way you follow me around like a dog. Ah, so you came to expose my crimes in front of the Shogun? I'm just a Snezhnayan diplomat. I'm afraid I have no idea what you're talking about.
Kilala ba si Senyora?
Seriously at all?
Stop talking about people and things that I care nothing about.
Kung mapansin mo yung Frostbearer na catalyst ka model. Talaga?
They were
Yun
nobodies
yung
to
craftable,
begin
di ba?
with, and their names will be forgotten. But now, at least, they get to be building blocks in the grand revolution to realize eternity. Is that not the greatest honor they could hope for in their tiny little lives? Almighty Shogun, do correct me if I'm wrong. That's ancient history. You certainly love to hold a grudge. The Tsaritsa's dream
Ooh, nice
is
view.
the noblest and purest thing in all the world. These other mundane details you insist on mentioning, they're just necessary sacrifices. That's you. For what it's worth, I've grown tired of seeing you around as well. But I didn't have you down as someone. Before you go saying something you can't take back, remember that you're Inazuma's most wanted criminal. I suggest you consider your circumstance, charging into Tenshukaku uninvited and lecturing me in front of the show.
Pag talaga nagkaroon ng banner yung senyora, buhos ko lahat ng pipa ko. Yes! Yes! Parehas tayo, pare. Ito mo naman, no?
I'm not sure you realize quite how much distance there is between us, both in status and in strength.
I challenge you
Uy, nagsalita.
to a duel before the throne.
Proceed.
Two element ba naman? Hindi. Feeling ko isa lang din yan.
My, you're full of surprises today. So you've learned to make the
Wait,
law
yung
of the
etong
land
human form ni
work for
senyora,
you.
dalawang element. Dito sa laban na to.
I'll admit that I never expected to be in a situation where the two of us were on equal footing. You are aware that the loser must die. Are you sure this is what
Shit,
you want?
imagine.
Traveler!
Then I will deign to share this last dance with you. Till death do us part.
Ganda ni Shogun. Eh si Yula harap.
A lesson on harbinger power and elegance? As you wish.
May intro pang ganyan, no?
Illusion shatter! Shudder!
Eh bakit nag-ano? May ano ba? Hiting-hiting pa na ganito.
Beg for mercy. Shine down!
Ay. Ay.
Shudder!
You've got some nerve laying your hands on me. Harbinger power has become burdensome. I will manifest my
Huwag mo sirain, hindi ko sirain to. Bakit?
Await my emergence and tremble, traveler. You have reason to be afraid.
Ba't hindi ko sirain to? Hindi ba ito dapat sirain?
The pale flame smolders.
Go, Bennett. Nalambot kay Yula. Medyo solid si Yula ko. Medyo solid si Yula ko kahit hindi pa maayos artifacts. Tsaka naka-superconduct. Ito na. Ito na yung ipis. Ginawa naman nilang ipis si Senyora. Grabe naman.
Pale flame, lay waste to frozen shell and
Ay, gago, ba't
witness my
ito ginamit
suffering.
agad?
In fires of sin and retribution, your soul will be incinerated.
Shine down! Vengeance will be mine! Shudder!
Di ba gagalaw si ano?
Immolation, a cherished agony. Do you
Uy,
feel it?
ito siya nagpunta. Sayang yung ultimate ni Yula, buwisit.
Beg for mercy.
Solidify!
Everybody stand! Illusion shatter! Shudder!
Ang dali pag may Zhongli, no? Ito na, ayun.
More speed. Let's light it up!
This is order. Gather!
Inazuma shines eternal!
Yun na, 63k, walang Bennett.
All must burn! Crush!
Gather!
Nasaan siya?
Let's light it up!
Hindi ko ba ito dapat sirayan? Para saan ba ito mga to?
Stabilize!
Let's light it up! There is no escape! I'm going in!
Ah, layo ng layo, nakakainis.
Order guide you.
Rosalind Krushka. Yun nga, si Raiden nga pumatay. Mas need kasi sa second phase. Oo nga. Ayun na.
I am a Snezhnayan diplomat. You know what happens if you lay a finger on me. I swear, if you strike me, I will make sure.
Agad
But
sa
Tuloy
Shogun,
will
ha?
make sure that your precious Inazuma. Stop! I order you, and you, filthy rats, all of you.
Woo! Shit! Astig!
You are the enemy of eternity. But as the victor, I acknowledge your honor. Therefore, I shall allow you to leave Tenshukaku alive.
Stig!
The Raiden Shogun isn't gonna let us off just like that, right?
Nangyari?
Oh, the air feels suffocating. It must be the Raiden Shogun's almightiness.
Para siyang galit. Parang si Senora yung unang character na namatay dito, no?
One strike from the Shogun and now Senora's gone. She got what she deserved, but Paimon still can't help but feel upset.
Spam spacebar? Bakit?
Why are they doing it?
Ano nangyari?
Why are the Harbingers collecting all the no-seeds? Huh? Traveler, you got a headache?
Ito pala.
Chin up. Let's get out of this place. Paimon feels unsettled. Also, when the Shogun executed Senora with the Muso no Hitotachi, it was unbelievably powerful. It seems impossible to defend against. And if so, we've got no hope whatsoever of defeating her in combat.
Meron. Zhongli Shield.
So, to recap, Yamiko wants us to go back inside the plane of Euthymia by the statue of the omnipresent god.
Parang yung siling nagsasalita, o nga.
But we'll be like lambs to the slaughter.
Wait, so yung kaibigan ni Kazuha, ganun din yung naranasan siguro?
Maybe we could put this plan on hold for a while. There's the sound of electro zapping in the air. Paimon can barely breathe. Traveler, are you okay? You're so silent. Sounds like there's a lot of noise coming from outside Tenshikaku. Has a fight broken out or something? Oh, the guards seem really nervous. Well, let's go see what the situation is.
Really nervous, patay lahat. Ayun na. Ooh, the cleavage. Hello.
There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow.
Wow. Electro Kazuha. Partida, basura weapon ni Kazuha. Wow. Eto na. Eto na. Ang pagtutuos.
So we meet again.
Ay, ultimate novel. Oo nga.
Indulge my curiosity. What is the reason that I find you standing here before me once again? Do you hope your foolhardiness will shelter those people? Or was it simply a means of seeking an audience with me? Oh? Surely you didn't rouse me from my state of eternal meditation only to tell me this.
Iba yung personality nito,
If
no?
so, then you underestimate me. I am quite well informed about the Vision Hunt decree. Not so. Only everything that pertains to eternity. The Vision Hunt decree has my tacit approval. The Fatui's actions thus far do not constitute a threat to eternity. Otherwise, they would have been purged long ago. Individual ambition is inherently incompatible with
Nice view.
eternity. What you might not realize is that all too often, people have far more to lose by chasing their dreams. Consider this. No one will lose their life on account of having their vision taken away. Rather, those who have lost their lives are the ones who insisted on pursuing their own aspirations, are they not?
Kuya, pag ubos na buhay ni A, observe mo lang movement niya. May talaga, sige.
Traveler, your existence is unique in my eyes. There seems to be limitless uncertainty in you. To put it another way, you are the furthest thing from eternity. So, I won't insist that you comprehend the meaning of my actions. What matters is that I tread the path of eternity on my people's behalf. That's right. Huh. I'm surprised you understand it so well. Anyway, you're looking for a chance to shake my will, aren't you? So be it. Well then, you who would defy eternity, time for you to enlighten me.
Let's go.
Solidify.
Ayun siya.
Do you wish to become the enemy of eternity, traveler? More speed.
Ba't ganun yung spear niya? Ang lakas.
Strike dead.
Stabilize. I will have order.
Crush.
Parang weird na Shogun versus Shogun.
More speed. Good. Evasion
Yan,
is
ang
futile.
sakit ah.
Let's light it up. Teamwork is shine down.
Wasak agad yung shield ni Zhongli, oh.
On the land of eternity.
Yun yung training kanina.
Stabilize.
Illusion shattered. Flood of frost. More speed.
Yung 14k lang yung ultimate ni Yula. Ano ba yan?
Solidify.
There is no escape. Instabilities will be removed. Beg for mercy.
Mayroon.
Inferior.
Nangyari.
Inferior.
Saka na ako siyang gulpihin.
Inferior.
Pati ako.
Insolent.
Paano ko alisin to? Yun.
Dear me, aren't you cutting it rather close?
Miko, This was your doing?
Now.
Ay, ganda niya eh.
Don't forget who taught you how to place your consciousness in objects. Surely you don't think your ambition alone
Ano yung
is
JCE tsaka PJC?
A's will, do you? Though you alone are here, they too have ambitions, which they long since entrusted to you. Now then, close your eyes.
Sa DMC 5, okay. Super cheerful, kamusta?
We can abolish the Vision Hunt decree.
So, ito na.
Stabilize.
More speed. This world, a fleet.
Ang ano, yung mga kilos niya, no? Sana pwedeng ulitin to.
Illusion shattered.
Sana ito na lang yung ginawang weekly boss, no? Si Raiden Shogun.
Now you shall perish. This world.
Wala akong damage. Immune. Immune, tol. Immune si Shogun. Si Shogun. Uy, 87k. Ba't namambot siya? Yun o. Ang sakit ng yula ko bigla. Puta, 40k oh. Oh, 400k. Mamamatay na siya. Hindi ko na nakita yung ano.
You've lost, eh?
Yes, I have.
Why can you not trust your people and in the power of their ambitions?
400k siya. Hindi, parang ano, parang pinalakas yata yung stats dito, no?
These ambitions have
Hindi na po
transcended
400k
space and
yula ko.
time. They are something that no one can snuff out. Is this the lesson you learned from your journey in Liyue? There are nations where humans... So are we to just abandon the notion of progress for the sake of wishful thinking?
You and I have both
Sana pwede ulitin yung mga laban na ganito, no? Nakakainis.
Eternity. Eternity is the only way. When lightning
Oo nga, diba?
flashes,
Ay, teka, ano to?
it casts a shadow. My name means shadow. With my blade, I purged all obstacles to progress. And yet, something was lost with each step forward. In the end, I even lost her. The tales are still retold in the shade of every Thunder Sakura. But the wounds left on our nation by that terrible loss still ache. Never stop searching, even if only for a brief flash of light. If nothing else, we have the present moment.
Pang wallpaper?
She said that once. But I've seen a nation stride forward and lose everything to the heavenly principles.
Uy, yung ano yun ah.
Perhaps only if time stands still.
Yun dun sa unknown god ba yun?
Glow never fade. The present moment is a fragile illusion. Only eternity can bring us closer to the heavenly principles. I am no longer the shadow. Mine is the most supreme and noble form. Let power over the realm be vested within me. In this form shall I honor my subjects' dream, for a land of eternity, unchanging forevermore.
The heavenly principles. Irrelevant nonsense as far as I'm concerned. When all's said and done, all you really want is to protect your beloved Inazuma forever and ever. Isn't that right?
That would be something of an oversimplification.
But is this nation worth existing for eternity? Stripped of ambitions, stripped of the potential for change, it does nothing more than simply exist. It is a hollow shell of a nation. I wonder what loss would it really be to anyone if such a nation were destroyed?
Miko, retract your words. Never changing eternity is the promise I made to my people.
But what your people need from you is not your promises. They want your attention. Your divine gaze.
You mean visions? Humans have a lifespan of barely 100 years. They cannot afford to bear any extra losses. But I have experienced it all. That is why I have chosen to guide them along the
Yung kapatid traveler na
path
napunta
toward
sa past, which
eternity.
is yung Archon War ata, tapos yung traveler na gamit natin ay
But
napupunta. Oo nga,
eternity
oo nga.
is far too cruel a fate for
500 years, parang ganun yata, di ba?
For me.
Not only have you stopped paying attention
Hey,
to the
Owero, kamusta?
world, but you have stopped paying attention to yourself. It must have been terribly lonely here, all alone, for centuries on end.
But it is necessary.
You will miss much by refusing progress. You seek to prevent loss, but have you
Gising lang. Okay lang yan, panoorin mo na lang ulit.
by remaining here in stasis?
Wala naman
for
kami
all
pag ginawa ko
eternity?
di story.
You are obviously lonely, and yet for the sake of
Teka, dahil
eternity,
pala
you
ginagawa ko na
choose
yung
to
pre-cal ko.
stretch
Oo nga,
your
aral
loneliness
muna pa.
out to infinity. Tell me this.
Teka,
Why
pre-cal
is
ba?
the
Isa
sky
subject?
here that was
Calculus
once
ba
so
yan? Ano ba yan?
dark glowing again? Why now? This is your plane of euthymia. It's your inner world. So it can only mean that you are happy to see me again. You have found the loneliness here unbearable for a long time now, haven't
Ah,
you?
wala akong calculus ever. Cute ni A.
Have nothing to say to that.
Tsundere.
But I have so much to say to you. Let me tell you all that has happened over the last few centuries.
How long will that take?
As a Fox envoy, I have an excellent memory. I recall every detail of the last few centuries with perfect clarity. So it will probably take me another few centuries to relay it to you.
Miko, I never thought I would have the chance to meet with you like this.
Dami talaga
again.
similarities ng character sa Honkai. Tangin na, parang gusto ko nga tuloy maglaro ng Honkai. Kaso, hindi ko na may siksik eh.
Eternity. And a very nice surprise.
Since you are willing to admit that, I suppose that means we can still be friends?
What a childish conversation this is. Anyway, now that I have been defeated by you and your plan, I will honor your wish to abolish the Vision Hunt Decree. But, with regards to eternity, and the question of whether this nation should move forward, I need time to give
Sabi
it some
screenshot
thought.
nito.
You are the one who's been acting like a child from the very beginning. As promised, the Raiden Shogun abolished the Vision Hunt Decree. Finally, her people's wishes penetrated her locked heart. Beyond the plane of euthymia, she saw what eternity means in the eyes of the world. When one's fervent ambition burns brightly, the gods will cast their gaze upon you.
May sabi ng Genshin na yung past sa Honkai ang future. Siguro.
Some ambitions have the power to heal wounds, to bring victory, to inspire hope. But some ambitions outlive their masters
Parang alam ko kung saan to.
long after the soul ascends.
So wala na talaga si
Remain
Tepe,
as they
no?
were, the beginning.
Alam ko kung saan tong ano na to ah. Espada na to. Puntahan natin.
For all eternity.
Uy, iniwan nyo lang doon pag may nakapulot nun.
So what did you guys do in the Raiden Shogun's plane of Euthymia anyway? Is the Vision Hunt decree abolished? Oh, gotcha. Paimon was super worried, you know.
Check mo kuya ko nandun yung Vision Espada. Sige, ewan ko saan location, pero madalas ko nadadaanan yun eh. Hindi ko alam kung saan exactly. Pero madalas ko nadadaanan yun eh. Yun. Visit Yae Miko.
Another bad one?
Ayan, si Shogun nadadalaw sa kanya.
Why, hello. If it isn't the triumphant traveler. And why might you be visiting the shrine? A sign of piety, perhaps?
Sabi nga doon nandun sa Davos at Teibat in 4 years. Feeling ko hindi lang ganun katagal to.
Joking. I've been waiting for you.
Ipampul na ulit, tignan natin.
Catching up with an old friend I hadn't seen in years was truly delightful. By the way, I heard that you had a duel before the throne, with a Fatui Harbinger no less. Courageous and astute. I must say, I am most impressed. Defeating Signora head-on in a duel means that your strength exceeds my expectations. Still, you did end up victorious. I gather congratulations are in order.
Sure feels good to finally thwart the Fatui plan for once. They caused plenty of trouble along the way, but at the very least, they didn't get their hands on another Gnosis.
Wait a second. Did you say Gnosis? As in, the little thing that looks something like a chess piece?
Yep, that's the one. You've seen one too? Gnosis belong to the Seven. They're what keep them connected to Celestia.
Oh.
What's wrong?
I handed that over.
Hey. Huh?
You did what now?
Well, how else was I supposed to save your skin from the Balladeer exactly?
Okay.
The Balladeer is number 6 of the Fatui Harbingers. In terms of strength, he is superior to Signora.
Ba't nasa kanya yung Gnosis?
I'm not the kind of person who risks life and limb for any old reason.
Ito pala, explain.
Paimon just does not know what to say.
After A created her puppet vessel, she no longer had anywhere to put it. As her erstwhile closest friend, A handed it over to me, and I've kept it in the Grand Narukami Shrine ever since. She no longer needs the power of the Gnosis, and in any case, she tells me she has severed ties with Celestia. Thus, the Gnosis became not only useless, but also a potential source of conflict. Is that not a good bargain, exchanging it for the one at the core of the plan? Judging by the results, at least, I dare say I struck a good deal.
When you put it like that, Paimon has to agree. The Traveler is worth more than a Gnosis. Well, what's done is done. And I hardly think we'll be getting it back now.
Kumaganda yung Dendro Archon dyan at her sa waifu ulit. Wait, di ba patay na yun? Sa story ni Zhongli?
You haven't told us why you called us here today.
Di ba patay na yung Dendro Archon?
It's to thank you.
Yun yung duwag na Archon, di
You
ba?
intend to travel all over Teyvat, and the time has come for the Inazuma
Kasi naging asin yung
to
mga
come to an end,
tauhan
is
niya
it
ba yun?
not? As a
Di ba yun
mark
yun?
of my gratitude, I will answer any questions you may have about the road ahead or the events of the past. What would you like to know about?
About the Shogun puppet.
That puppet was built with technology that has been lost to
Iba pa ba
time.
yun? Iba pa ba yun? Nakala ko
That
yun yung
she,
Dendro
as a
Archon.
god, is the only one privy to the knowledge of its origins. Still, there is one other thing on this topic that I suspect you may be curious to know. Before A began modifying her own godly form, she took it upon herself to create a prototype puppet.
So, you mean there are 3 Raiden Shoguns?
No. The prototype was merely a proof of concept. Its appearance and intellect were not based on A. It was a test. The original plan was for A to simply discard it. But perhaps A thought this to be too cruel, because in the end she chose only to seal the power within it. Later, this puppet wandered Inazuma as an ordinary human male with his own consciousness.
Yan si Scaramouche.
Until the Fatui took an interest in him.
Ugh, not the Fatui.
Some eccentric geniuses in the ranks of the Fatui made adjustments to the prototype, not only unsealing his power, but very likely. The object of divine creation is now the one who has taken possession of the Gnosis.
Oh.
And the prototype puppet is now known as the Balladeer.
What a crazy story!
It is, isn't it? Who can say whether it's coincidence?
So yun pala yung
or
connection
destiny?
nila. Wait, teka. Pag-iisipan ko lang yun ah. So si A is the Electro Archon. Tapos para umano yung mga plans niya, gumawa siya ng ang balak niya gumawa ng parang puppet. Yung unang puppet parang hindi siya natuwa siguro or something, or may hindi tama, diniscard niya, sinil niya yung power. Yun si Scaramouche. And then yung pangalawang puppet na ginawa niya, ito yung si Raiden Shogun. Tama ba? Parang ganun, di ba? Parang ganun yung pagkakaintindi ko. What the hell? About the former Raiden
I'm
Shogun.
surprised an outlander like you is aware that there was once a change of Electro Archon. Few citizens of Inazuma are aware of this.
Morat's told us. He said that the Electro Archon
So hindi siya si Baal.
passed away.
Eh, hindi iniisip ko eh.
The truth
Sino
of the
Baal?
matter is that
Ba't
there
hindi
were two
nababanggit?
twin gods, Baal and Beelzebul.
Twin gods?
They won the Archon War together, and when Baal established the shogunate, Beelzebul became her Kagemusha, or shadow warrior. In other words, she acted as Baal's body double. Beelzebul is A, with whom we are now both acquainted. Baal's name was Makoto. As far as the world was aware, there were not two, but one. They complemented each other, and they ruled Inazuma jointly. So there was no need for
So si
the
Baal is
public to
kapatid
know
ni
the
A.
truth. In fact, the name Baal and the title of Raiden Shogun was understood to refer to both of them. Right up until...
Until what?
Makoto died several hundred years ago in a war that I was not personally involved in. Since then, A has assumed the shogunate.
Losing her sister must have been super hard on A.
That was when A began to change. Makoto was her greatest loss.
Paimon feels like she understands A lot better now after finding that out. So what kind of god was Makoto?
I didn't spend a great deal of time with her, but my impression was she was
Wait,
a gentle god.
teka, sabi kanina si A si Makoto ah.
Cherish the beauty of what was before her.
Ay, hindi pala. Tama pala. Si Baal, si Makoto, si A, si Beelzebul. Beelzebul. Tama? Okay.
Sorry, I haven't a clue. I'm also unfamiliar with the god you describe. But if you still have doubts about A, I would say they are misplaced. Not only does she not fit your description, but she voluntarily gave up her gnosis long ago, severing her ties with Celestia in the process. That's good to hear. Otherwise, given that I'm her familiar, it could have made our relationship rather awkward, don't you think?
Don't worry, we aren't looking to pick a fight with you.
As for your brother's whereabouts, I will use all the resources at my disposal to investigate it. And I will also borrow some of Ayato's people.
Ayato is kapatid ni Ayaka, di ba?
I'll let you know if I find out anything.
Lalaro na ako quiz na stream next. Oh, sige pare. Maraming salamat. Sali ka na sa Discord para doon ka ma-notify pag mag-i-stream tayo. About the next stop.
After leaving Inazuma, I think
Maraming
it would be
salamat sa
easiest
panonood.
for you to go to Sumeru.
Ooh, Sumeru! We've run into loads of scholars from there on our journey so far.
Yes, well, Sumeru
Ito na yung
is the
Sumeru.
land of the god of wisdom, where the quest for wisdom and knowledge is never ending. But their obsession gives rise to some truly inexplicable things. For example, in Sumeru, knowledge is holistically managed as a resource.
Knowledge is a resource?
Yes. I don't know whether it was the sages or Lesser Lord Kusanali who came up with the idea.
Lesser Lord Kusanali? That's a cute name.
Kala ko yung Sumeru is
you
desert.
haven't heard. Lesser Lord Kusanali is the deity in whom the people of Sumeru place their faith. It's their chosen term of endearment for her. I'm sure you must have some things to discuss with her too. I wish you all the best. Are you sure? Okay then. Keep it safe. Is that... There was me thinking that you might hang it around your neck to show off to the world, telling everyone who inquired that it was given to you by none other than Yai Miko.
Tapos Pyro Archon next, no? Shit. Wala bang ano, no, leak about sa itsura ng Pyro Archon, no? Sino kaya sa ano? Sino kaya sa Honkai Impact yung ano?
Question for you.
Pagbabasihan nun.
Traveler, what is your ambition? I see. But that is merely a small goal, based on what... Your ambition should be something that transcends the world below and the starry sky above. Something that shines in unison with fate itself. Perhaps the reason you do not possess a vision is that such an ambition has yet to be engendered within you. It's a Continue on your journey, and maybe that moment will come to pass.
Murata name niya? Oh. Ba't parang tunog Japanese pa rin? Okay. So, wala tayong gagawin, no? Ah, hindi. Nasaan yung ano? Nasaan yung Senyora boss fight? Ito. Eh, hindi ko pa na... Sakto, meron pa akong ano, resin. Try natin. Try natin gulpihin. By the way, female gender. Gulpihin ulit natin yung Senyora. King's Village pala, merong fishing spot. Oh, sinabi ko yan sa ano? Doon sa video. Nung huli. Parang si Senyora lang may entrance na ganito.
Or just cowardice.
No?
Illusion shattered. Crush. Detestable.
Testicles. Anong testicles?
Shudder.
Maganda ako merong ganyan lahat. Parang si Senyora nga lang ang merong ganun eh. Si Child wala namang ganun eh.
The Tsaritsa's benevolence has no place for transgressors. Beg for mercy.
Nasaan yung mga butterfly kanina? Ah, hindi pala kailangan sirain.
Off we go. Adventure time. Let's light it up.
Labas! Labas dyan! Oh, ito yun lang. Eh, si Senyora din, yan, may ganyan, no, pag nag-transform. Pero yung intro, yung simula ng laban, walang ano. Walang, si Senyora lang may ganun. Hindi siguro na inalang isip dati.
Everybody stand back. Crush.
This is order.
Shudder. Yeah.
Solidify.
Kunin natin to.
More speed. Not every wound will heal. Freeze to the core. You too will experience this suffering.
Labas!
Going down. Torn to oblivion.
Ay, hindi tinamaan. Bad trip.
Solidify.
Let's light it up. I'm going in. Shudder. I never asked
Easy.
for redemption.
Mas madali ito kaysa kay Aegida, ha? Ito ba yung pang-upgrade kay ano? Ito ba yung pang-upgrade kay Shogun? Hindi ito no? Hindi yata yan Pero pwede na may convert yata yun, di ba? Para ma-level 7 na natin yung ano? Yung burst ni Shogun. Flower ata yung create. Pero pwede naman yata i-convert, di ba? Dalawa yung nakuha natin saan yun? Dito yun, di ba? Ah, hindi. Ito ba yun? Ito. Ito, di ba? Ay, wala. Ay. Kailangan ito. Yun lang. Yun lang. Yun lang. Paano kukuha nito? Wala Papalit lang to. Ito. Wala Oh? Ah, ito. Ayun, yun. Tanga. Ito pala. Napapalitan pala yung recipe. Napapalitan pala. Tuwa nga ako kanina, kinalaban ko sa inyo, binigyan ako agad ng 2 flowers. So, yeah. Pero pwede na may convert so parang hindi naman big deal. Talents. Dito. Ay, kapos. Teka. Marami pa ako Saan na yun? Bango, may nagluluto Saan si Sucrose? Lagay tayo ng sandamukal. Ayan. Kinapos pa no? Bad trip. Yan. Makapabot kay level 8. Uy, abot. Level 8. Next week ulit. I-triple crown ko to, pare. Ay, triple crown. Double crown lang pala. Itong 2 lang. Ayan. Kasi 90 na siya So, pwede na. Pwede na siya i-crown. Ang tanong, sapat ba yung mga handguards ko? Kasi, saan yung handguards? Saan na yung handguards? Ito. Marami pa naman ako na ito. May 600 pa. So, mukhang kaya naman, Mukhang kaya. Sapat naman para i-double crown si Shogun. No? Tara, hanapin natin yung yung kay... Shit, saan pa makikita yun? Saan? Hindi ko na maalala kung saan. Dito yata Ito ba? Yung kay Kazuha. Dito yata Ito ba yun? Hanapin natin yung bangkay ng kapatid ni Kazuha. Sayang ko nakapaganda ako kay Raiden, full na sana siya ngayon. Diba? Ako nag-ready talaga ako. Pero yun nga, hindi lang ako sure kung sapat Hindi lang ako sure kung sapat. Ito ba? Hindi ito Saan ba yun? Somewhere dito siguro. Ito yata Try natin dito. Oh, ito yata. Itong tulay na to. Puntahan natin. Nanalo kasi 50-50. Ay, hindi mo na-expect. Hindi mo na-expect si Shogun. Ako kasi yung guarantee ko, na-reserve ko talaga sa kanya. Ay, makapag-pull na ba? Di pa rin. Kapos pa. Punta natin to. Ito yan. Ayan Ito yun. Wala yung vision, tol. Ay, hindi. Ayun, oh. Ayun yung vision pala. Ayun yung vision, pare. Iniwan ni, ano. Attention to detail, ah. Ayan. Sorry, pinatay kita. Sorry. Dinalaw siya na pumatay sa kanya. Sorry. Peace tayo, ha? So, yun. Anyway, tapusin natin yung stream. Maraming salamat sa mga tumambay and hopefully nag-enjoy kayo dun sa pag-run natin ng story. And ako, nag-enjoy ako kasi talagang, alam niya naman ako si Baal Simp ako eh. So, everything related kay Raiden Shogun, talaga. Nag-enjoy talaga ako. So, yun. Kita-kita na sa Discord. Maraming salamat. Yung mga wala pa dyan sa Discord, sali kayo. Link na sa description. And doon na lang ulit tayo magkwentuhan, okay? So, yun lang. Salamat. And kita-kits tayo ulit sa next stream.